the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Cooper Lancaster on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Cooper.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB, and senior, from Wyoming.
Throws it deep, has Cooper behind the defense, underthrow, but he caught it! Somehow he caught it! Came back to the ball in double coverage!
Best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Twin Engine 314. We're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
The Soda Springs High School for Star Valley football on the SVI Sports Network, where for just the fourth time in program history, it's the Star Valley Braves taking on the Soda Springs Cardinals, all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, and the first time Star Valley's ever played in Soda Springs. We'll talk more about that one, and of course, we'll talk more about how this game came to be on a week that has been rescheduled with various opponents a number of different times. Star Valley coming in, already breaking their overall team record win streak, consecutive win streak. They did that last week in dramatic fashion at home against Sugar Salem. Look to keep that going here against Soda Springs, who ended a losing streak last week, did the Cardinals. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff at Soda Springs. Now let's start with how this game came to be, because it was a whirlwind for both of these teams.
Well, and not only that, this has been one of those weeks that has been kind of out there twisting in the wind for months and months, and you could even say probably 12 months, going back to last year's date at Teton. That was supposed to be a return game in Afton. There were some outside influences with that one that got that one canceled. I couldn't pretend to know all of them, so Teton decided to not come to Afton, so that gave Star Valley an open date. They tried to fill that multiple times, one of which was with Westside, which is we thought that for about a week. And then that one got canceled, and right after that happened, you read the news on outlets like EastIdahoNews.com that Marsh Valley is canceling the rest of their varsity season because of numbers and injuries, and then it opens up some open weeks with some of these East Idaho teams like our sister station in Bear Lake, but also Soda Springs. And there you have it. Probably, I'm guessing, a quick phone call, and here we are.
Here we are. So just like that, for those of you watching on screen, what you see is a underclassmen game between Soda Springs and Marsh Valley. So not all of their levels were canceled, just the varsity. And they're here playing right now ahead of the Star Valley and Soda Springs varsity squad, which we're about 30 minutes away or so from kickoff time. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. And, of course, now Star Valley had that dramatic win, come from behind, 21 points in the fourth quarter, including Roman Erickson again with the go-ahead game winner almost on the as time expired, just a few seconds left. That breaks the record. Soda Springs coming in after a win that they hadn't had since 2022.
Well, and they've had their own journey of getting things where they're trying to get. They had a 17-game losing streak. They hired a new coach in March. That coach lasted 2 games. Stepped down. Those on the remaining staff have banded together to try and get through the rest of the season. They did that last week, and they won. They picked up a win against Firth. So that's a pretty neat story for Soda Springs. They end a 19-game losing streak with interim coaches and people banding together to pick up a win. And so they've had a journey of their own, and kind of interesting that these two teams are meeting tonight. And as you mentioned, the last time these two teams met, Duke, the Japanese hadn't even bombed Pearl Harbor yet. So that's how long ago it was.
It's been a minute. But here we are in 2025 in Soda between Star Valley and Soda Springs. And to your point you were just mentioning with the coaches, they do not have a head coach listed. It is a co-coaching situation here for Soda Springs with all the assistants.
And hats off to them. Like I said, you go into an off season, you go into a season thinking things are going to be one way, and then things go a completely different way. And I'm sure they've had some very frank meetings. It's like, well, we got kids that want to play. We've got good kids that want to work. Let's get through the season and coach them up as best we can. And like I said, that's pretty neat that they picked up a win last week doing that.
We'll dive deeper into the matchup as we continue through pregame coverage, including the Crimson Corner of the Roundup. I'll recap the rivalry and the sideline report ahead of the Records Watch and the keys to the game. Mixed in with all of that tidbit of history dating back to 2019 and the Star Valley Braves state champs from that year. And up next, it's the Senior Spotlight with Will Linford. I had the chance to catch up with Will and ask about his senior season up to this point. That's on the way next after this on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Twin to engine 314. Queens, we're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
It's our senior spotlight on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley senior Will Linford joining us today. Will has handled quite a bit of the tight end duties and other responsibilities for the Star Valley Braves this year. Will, exciting win over Sugar Salem. Tell us what that was like, and in that moment when the touchdown was scored, what was that moment like for you guys?
It was pretty cool when Roman, that's his second time that he's won the game against Sugar, and we kept our class's winning streak, and then we broke the record for the most wins that Star Valley's had.
Yeah. So, I mean, all three of those things, it's pretty fantastic. Walk us through the beginning of the fourth quarter, though. You guys are down 14, heading into the fourth, knowing you need some scores. What was your mindset like, and what were you guys telling each other in the huddle?
I think it was mostly our defense at halftime. Coach Merritt comes in every game, asks what the score is, and it's 0-0. So we're just playing them like we had nothing to lose.
Perfect. Now, how about Soda Springs? This is a week that's been rescheduled for you guys a couple of times, but it looks like settling on Soda. What are you guys working on this week when you head back over to Idaho?
We're not working on too much, but we're not going to overlook them. Keep working hard in practice.
Gotcha. Now, how about yourself personally coming into your senior year? What kind of individual goals maybe did you have this year for Star Valley? What are you trying to accomplish to help out the team?
At the beginning of the year, you know, we all wanted to win state. I wanted to win state. I'm just trying my best to help out the team wherever they need me.
Perfect. Will Linford, our senior spotlight today on the SVI Sports Network. Will, how about when you're not playing football? What other hobbies do you have? What else do you like to do?
I'm either playing basketball or snowmobiling in the winter time.
Okay. Favorite place to go sledding?
Up on the West Hills, a little secret spot.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. How about right now, your favorite class in school that you're taking currently?
I'd say senior capstone. I really like Lancaster as a teacher.
Okay. I was going to say they're all probably so good. You hesitated. How about plans after high school? Have any plans coming up or still working on that?
I'm going to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and then go to college after that.
Okay. Now, if you happen to be called to a place on a mission where you learn another language, what do you think would be the best language for you to learn if that happened?
Probably Spanish, because I've taken 2 years of Spanish already, so it'd hopefully be the easiest.
Okay. Very cool. Will, what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
I really like Reese's Puffs.
Nice call, nice call. Favorite movie?
Lord of the Rings, first one.
Okay, very good. That's Will Linford, our senior spotlight on SVI Sports.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit SVInews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's SVInews.com/football roster.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Back at Soda Springs High School, Star Valley Braves warming up on a separate field right now to get ready to take on the home Soda Springs Cardinals. What you're watching right now for those viewing on SVI is an underclass game between Soda and Marsh Valley, which is taking place right now. The Star Valley varsity and the Soda Springs varsity will take the field in just a few. But first, we do have Jake Hibbard standing by with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report, helping keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. That is the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Jake, let's send it out to you as you take a look at quarterback play across the 3A classification, with conference play starting next week.
Thanks, guys. Well, there's a lot of veteran signal callers in the 3A ranks as we roll into the 2025 conference season next week. In fact, if we go off of yards thrown last year, half of the top 10 3A quarterbacks returned to signal call in 2025. Among those returners for Jackson, Grant Johnson, Colin Roberts for Douglas, Blake Gantenbein for Riverton, Maddox Hintz is a third-year starter at Green River, as is Paxton Hollingshead for Lander Valley. But so far, the two biggest quarterback splashes onto the 3A scene this year have been new starters: Phoenix Hubby for Star Valley and Cash McFadden for Cody. And if we go back to last year's stats for both of them, well, not a whole lot. Phoenix threw the ball 22 times, and Cash McFadden had 13 rushes for 69 yards. Starting with Hovey, a senior who's been waiting a few years to get a crack at the starting position for Star Valley after sitting in the shadow of multi-year starter Smith McClure, who took over the primary quarterback position during his junior season. Hovey was Mr. Bread and Butter for last year's state champions, but this year he's been able to show off his ability to air it out and not lead block. And like any big play quarterback, sure, he's had his misses, but no doubt he's also shown the ability to make any throw his coaches have asked of him. Cash McFadden for Cody is a junior, so get used to him. And yeah, he's the son of head coach Matt McFadden, and oh, since he's a coach's kid, you better believe he's also the Bronx punter and free safety. And I hear if the game's enough in hand, he jumps into the booth and joins Chance Bond on KODI in the second half to provide commentary, so watch out, Dal. And guys, either he's really fast, or everyone else he's playing is really slow. No, those are the two options. Through 2 games, Cash McFadden has 424 yards rushing. Again, he's a quarterback, and again, through 2 games. Now, 95 of those yards did come on one play. And another, he went for 70 yards. Guys, like I'm saying, either he's really fast, or everyone else is really slow. He's rushed for so many yards, I feel like his 393 passing yards aren't even that much. But he's on pace to throw for about 2,100 yards, which would place him third last year behind, well, Smith McClure with about 2,700 yards. And Maddox Ball threw for about 2,100 himself last year. It's just that he's also currently on pace to run for 2,300 rush yards, which, yeah, would be a record for quarterbacks and also would put him second all-time in Wyoming history. But, of course, there's a ways to go before we get to any of that. Either way, conference season for 3A East and West starts next week, and I think we've got a lot of good veteran and new-coming quarterback talent as we get ready for it. Jackson coming to town next week, guys, and we'll get a look at one of those returning top 10 quarterbacks from yardage in Grant Johnson next week. But until then, back to you guys.
That's Jake Hibbard with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report on the SBI Sports Network and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
At Soda Springs High School, Star Valley warming up and just getting onto the field as we are about 15 minutes away from kickoff time between Star Valley and Soda Springs. Now let's take a look at the Crimson Corner presented by Teton Tactical Supply.
Well, the Lady Braves picked up a nice sweep over visiting Jackson last night, 25-19, 25-10, 25-10. They are at Green River as we speak right now. They should be wrapping that up. If I hear a score, I'll let you know maybe at halftime. And then the Lady Braves will be back at home again tomorrow. That'll be a 1 p.m. varsity serve. That's a scheduled time against Riverton. So I encourage you to come watch the Lady Braves. They don't have a lot of home matches this year. So come on out tomorrow and watch them as they take on Riverton. Cross country, they are putting in some windshield time right now on their way to Tillamook, Oregon. That's the varsity running out there as they return. There'll be another event on the 25th in Rexburg for those not making that trek to Oregon. Golf, they're at State in Cheyenne. Again, if I get some results, I'll let you know. And then shout out to the freshmen and JV teams yesterday knocking off Rigby, respectively, for the underclassmen football. That's a look at your Crimson Corner from Teton Tactical Supply.
Follow them on their Facebook page and join the Teton Tac Facebook group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. Just search for Teton Tactical Supply, locally owned in Star Valley. Dal, how about the roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering?
Well, looking at 4A, you're going to get a real good idea of how accurate the polls are this week from WyoPreps.com. You got number 1 Sheridan, at number 2 Cheyenne East, number 3 Natrona County, at number 4 Campbell County. Central is at South, they're number 5. Rock Springs at Laramie, Thunder Basin at Kelly Walsh. In 3A, Cody at Buffalo. I expect the Broncs to roll there. Riverton at Green River. Douglas at Powell. Lander at Evanston. A score from earlier this afternoon, Mountain View in a rematch of last year's semifinals, getting a little bit of payback against the Cokeville Panthers as they won that one 33-0. Kemmer playing right now at number 5 Thermopolis. Last score I had, it was 14-0 in favor of the Bobcats. You can listen to that on the Spur. Lyman at number 3 Lovell, and then Pinedale at Warland. That's a look at some of the games in our Cowboy State from Sunrise Engineering.
Brought to you by, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Tonight, it's Star Valley and Soda Springs for the first time in a long time, and the first time ever on this field in Soda. We'll get more into this game in just a moment, but let's go back 6 years with the tidbit of history presented by Star Valley Medical Supply. Real answers, honest service, and quality home medical equipment. Find them online at Star Valley Medical.
In 2018, the Star Valley Braves faced a tough road. Quarterback Dean Shaw missed much of the season with a collarbone injury. Injuries kept piling up across the roster. Still, the Braves pulled through and won the state championship. Coach McKay Young says the juniors from that team were key to the win. For Shaw, the championship for his senior season would be his to claim. Coach Bauer Johnson calls the 2019 team one of the most dominant in Star Valley history. Young paired Shaw with junior Brant Nelson, who had stepped in after Shaw's injury the previous year. They rotated as receivers and quarterbacks, a combination that worked. The team averaged over 40 points per game, and receiver RJ Gazer broke the school record for most touchdowns in a season. Coach Young says Cody was a tough match. Games stayed neck-to-neck until turnovers shifted momentum. Coach Young says cornerback James Erickson's pick six sealed the win. Braves didn't lose a single regular season game, and they had no plans to do so during the playoffs. But the path wasn't entirely smooth. In the playoffs against the Jackson Broncs, Star Valley trailed early. Broncs had arrived 5 minutes before kickoff and debuted a brand new offensive scheme. Shaw says it changed through the Braves' normally solid defense for a loop. But Star Valley bounced back, winning 42-21 to advance to the championship game. The title game against Powell, who had defeated Cody, was one-sided. Going into the third quarter, the Braves led 35-0. Kazair says the locker room was unusually calm at halftime. 2 second-half touchdowns by Powell weren't enough to challenge Star Valley. The win capped off the Braves' first undefeated season since 1967.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Cooper Lancaster on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Cooper.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB, and senior, Smooth Wild.
Throws it deep, has Cooper behind the defense, underthrow, but he caught it! Somehow he caught it! Came back to the ball in double coverage!
Sing it all the day, my best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part. Spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
Live on the SVI Sports Network,
This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Here's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Welcome back to Soda Springs High School and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Your home for totally free checking. It's where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. That's gofirstbank.com. Braves hoping for better exchanges than that one tonight that we just saw in their warm-ups from Hovey over to Hatterley.
They need to work together like the Wheaton Pest.
That's
what
right.
they need to do.
That's what they need to do. Countdown to kickoff presented by First Bank of Wyoming, Star Valley, and Soda Springs. Coach McKay Young, this is his alma mater. He's an alumnus of Soda Springs High.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how he's going to be feeling about this tonight. I'm sure he's got some extra thoughts. Looking at this game, this is where you come from, and you spend a lot of time in Star Valley. It'll be interesting to know what he thinks about this game after it's all said and done.
Let's take a look at this one between Star Valley and Soda Springs with the rivalry presented by Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Well, the first time these two teams played, you got to go back to 1929. And there was a fist fight in that game between the two head coaches. And Soda Springs left the field. I view that as a forfeit historically. I don't know that everybody views it that way, but I do. Then they played one other time, and then they played it. The last time they played was in 1940. So overall, these teams have played 3 times. Star Valley leads the series 2-0-1. The last one was a tie. Usually this is where I will say, hey, this is the trends in this rivalry. Well, there are none. They haven't played in 85 years. So this is kind of a brand new thing. That's a look at your quote-unquote rivalry from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Love it. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office reminding when you are impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. That message from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Well, you alluded to the thoughts that Coach McKay Young might have on this one. Let's go sideline right now. Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report had a chance to catch up with Coach Young and the Soda Springs Cardinals. Millie.
Thanks, Duke. So, Coach, this is your alma mater, right? So, you're a former Cardinal yourself. What's it like coaching now against a team where you learned how to play football?
No, so many memories on this field. Watching my brothers play, obviously playing myself. This is it. This is special place for me. I was just talking to the boys about showing them where my locker was, showing them where my wife's locker was, showing them where I hope to see her between classes, telling them some stories from here at Soda Springs High School. So special place for me for sure, and it's very cool to be home.
Awesome. And it is no secret that Soda and Star Valley are in somewhat different skill sets. Is this mainly an opportunity for your younger and backup players to get some variety reps, or what is the strategy coming into this game?
So this is a game that just came together in the last week or so. We thought we were going to have a bye. We didn't find out until this summer that we'd lost the Teton game, so we've been scrambling to try to find anybody for the last few months. And then Marsh Valley canceled their varsity season, which left Soda without a game, and we're only an hour apart. Some Star Valley folks have to come over here to get their driver's license and their license plates, right, if you live on the wrong side of the line in Freedom. So,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, first and foremost, it's a chance for our guys to come out and be sharp and have an opportunity to compete. But you definitely hope that especially some seniors get some opportunities tonight that maybe they haven't gotten so far this season, and some young guys. So, yeah, I mean, all the respect in the world to Soda, but we always hope to get as many kids in the game as we can.
For sure. And speaking of all the players, who's not going to be playing? Like, who's going to be sitting out this game?
We're going to be missing a few. Several guys in the street clothes tonight. I don't even dare start mentioning them because then I'll forget to mention one. And there's several guys that we've held out to try to keep healthy or get healthy with league play starting next week.
For sure. All right, well, thanks for your time, and back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. That's Miles CPA, located in Afton and in Alpine. Call 885-00 888-978-5855. Millie asked about some players that may not be playing tonight. Some notable names, including Roman Erickson and Cooper Lancaster, not dressed tonight. We don't know if that's because of an injury or a sickness. They appear fine, but they're just not dressed. It could be just not wanting to risk injury in a game like this. And so all those options potentially could be a reason, but we just know that at least those two not being dressed tonight for Star Valley football. Now let's take a look at the Records Watch presented by Star Valley Disposal.
Well, looking at the Records Watch, didn't know that. These are both about Roman and Cooper. So with 15 receptions, you can carry this over to next week. Cooper Lancaster would tie Cole Critchfield for career receptions with 70. Cooper became the 8th SVHS player with at least 800 receiving yards in his career last week. And with his next 7 receptions, Roman would tie Andy McKen with 46 catches for a career. So that's a look at your Records Watch, brought to you by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com as we wrap up the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. I believe we're about ready to halftime or to kickoff time. So let's take the roster and meet your starting lineup tonight for the Star Valley Braves, presented in the broadcast by Mountain Star Products.
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback, son of Nate and Brianne Hovey, senior, Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson, son of Stacy and Kevin Watson, running back and middle linebacker, senior, hometown F, Wyoming.
Nathan Hatterley, son of Colter and Amanda Hatterley, running back and middle linebacker, junior, Bedford, Wyoming.
I'm Will Linford, son of Sam and Lisa Linford, tight end, defensive end, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB. I'm a senior, and I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Roman Erickson, son of Scott and Brittany Erickson, junior, wide receiver, outside linebacker, Dry Creek, Wyoming.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross, receiver, safety, senior, Smoot.
Travis Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, junior, wide receiver and corner, Fairview, Wyoming.
Eliam Tautil, son of Lydia and Eliam Tautil, running back, DN, fullback, senior, American Samoa, Nuan Setonga.
Caleb Erickson, son of Barton Janet Erickson, running back, defensive back, senior, Bedford, Wyoming.
Eli Christensen, son of Joe and Danae Christensen, senior, play center, defensive end, and I'm from Afton.
I'm Will Walker. I'm son of Richard and Trista Walker. I play outside linebacker and guard. I'm a senior this year, and I live in Fairview.
My name is Ryan Talbot, son of Ashley and Todd Larson. I'm an O-lineman. I'm a senior, and I'm from Alton.
My name is Dane Jensen. I'm son of Wade and Deanna Jensen. I play O-line, D-line. I'm a senior, and I'm from Afton, Wyoming.
Kevin Philby, son of Jane and Frank Philby, O-line and linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Crew Don Joy Morgan, son of Christian and Leanne Morgan, wide receiver and outside linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson, wide receiver, DB. I'm a senior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming.
My name is Dax Button, son of Ashley and Kevin Button, wide receiver, DB, junior, in Star Valley.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
That is the starters for the Braves tonight against Soda Springs, presented by Mountain Star Products, plumbing supply, gravel, sand, topsoil, excavation, road building, and equipment rental located on Rocky Road in Afton. Coin toss about to happen at midfield between Star Valley and the Soda Spring Cardinals. Duke and Dow with you at the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Dow with the coin toss. Let's take a look at the keys to the game presented by SVI News.
Only went with 3 of them tonight, and number 1's a big one. Stay healthy. That's a big deal. You got conference play starting next week, so no matter what you do tonight, make sure you stay healthy. You want to go out and play your best, but make sure you're ready for next week as well. You want to execute at a top level. It doesn't matter what else is going on. You get on the field, you want to do the best you can, execute, do your job, do to your best ability tonight. And then I think this is something that the program tries to do at its best core values. Spring your teammate. What I mean by that is make a play that gives your teammate a chance to excel. And those are my SVI News keys to the game.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SVI News. Coin toss just happened. The official getting some last comments into the team captains out on the field. Star Valley will receive the opening kickoff. They'll do so on the east end zone. So on their home field, Soda Springs will be kicking off from west towards the east with the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, where you're more than just a number. Visit local branches in Alpine and in Afton. National anthem here in just a few moments, but now worth reiterating, this game is one that has never happened on this field. They have played 3 times before in Afton, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, 85 years since the last time these two programs met on a football field, and it's never met in Soda Springs. So a little bit of a footnote, a little bit of a page of history being written tonight.
It looks like we are just about ready for the national anthem, so we'll send it down to the field for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem in our broadcast, presented by Hastings Ace Hardware. Let's go to the field, to the PA, to announce the colors on the SVI Sports Network.
Between the visiting Braves from Star Valley and our Soda Springs Cardinals. At this time, we would like to ask everyone to please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the west end of the field as we honor America with our national anthem. Tonight, we recognize the sacrifice of many servicemen and women, some who never came home. Though not here, their sacrifice is not forgotten. There are still approximately 82,000 men and women that are unaccounted for from conflicts dating as far back as World War II. Tonight, we are honored to have members of the Soda Springs VFW, Post 9141, and American Legion Post 62, escorting the colors of our great nation. Assisting our local veterans will be seniors from the SSHS football team. We'll now pay tribute to our missing men and women with the playing of taps. We will now have our national anthem performed by the SSHS Pep Band. Thank you. And now for tonight's team introductions.
Local VFW from here in Soda Springs, along with some of the players participating in that presentation of the colors as we conclude the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Your home for totally free checking. Visit where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Of course, Star Valley, the road team tonight. They'll be in the road whites with the crimson helmets and crimson numbers, but the white pants and jerseys. That's Star Valley. Soda Springs will be in their home reds for the Cardinals, and they'll be red from helmet all the way down to the jerseys, pants, all the way through for their home jerseys tonight. Again, Star Valley will receive the opening kickoff here. They'll do so on the east end of the field, while Soda Springs will be kicking off from the west side. That's it for the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, where you're more than just a number. Visit local branches in Alpine and in Afton. Dow, what are your hopes to see from a Star Valley team in a game like this one tonight?
Well, it's kind of like what I was saying with key number 2 on the keys of the game. Whoever's in the game tonight, you just want to see them execute at a high level. You want them to have had a good week of practice. You want them to play as well as they can. And whatever they're asked to do out there today, in whatever situation they're in, you'd like to see them execute it as best they can. Whether that's, somebody that's just getting the first action of the year, maybe it's somebody that starts and plays all the time. That's what I'd like to see in a game like this, because on paper it feels like it's lopsided. It feels like it's a mismatch. But as the coaches, I think they're going to go out and demand that the players go out there and do their jobs as they ask them to do every week.
Absolutely. Officials on the field, along with a Soda Springs player and a Star Valley coach. It looks like they're scouting for something, looking for something in the grass. I'm not sure exactly
Maybe
what.
they lost the tee.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure what it is. It's Coach Thompson out there for Star Valley, a few officials, and a Soda Springs
He'll
player.
find it. He's a bloodhound. He'll find it. Yeah, I don't know.
So whatever it is, we are not quite ready to kick off as they are on a scavenger hunt at midfield here at Soda Springs. Star Valley will take the field with their kick return team.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it could be.
Again, Cooper Lancaster and Roman Erickson not dressed tonight. They'll be sitting in this game, and so it's going to be Thompson and Button back to return the opening kickoff for the Star Valley Braves. Again, Soda Springs ended a 19-game losing streak last week with a win over Firth, 13-8. That was their first win since October 2022. So far in the season, they have losses to American Falls 47-zip, Ryrie 46-zip, but then the win last week 13-8. Star Valley coming in 3-0 on the season with wins over Shelby, Preston, and of course the big exciting win last week against Sugar Salem.
And they're in uncharted territory. No Star Valley team's ever won this many in a row, so it's up to them how far it goes. We'll see if they add another one on tonight.
Soda Springs will have Garbett with the opening kickoff. It'll be fielded off the bounce by Thompson. He'll be quickly to the 15, 20, sideline 30. Juke step up the side and near the 45 and out of bounds. Close to that point, a late flag on the play right at the sideline from the kick return. So we'll see what that is, but good field position for the Braves early.
Zayden Garbett and Dilworth on the play for the Cardinals.
No word on a flag. It's going to be a face mask on Soda, so that'll be added to the end of the return and add to that field position. And Star Valley will have 1st and 10 inside Soda Springs territory.
Really good return from Travis Thompson. Of course, he's had a terrific start to the year as a junior. And some names coming out here just early on, Duke. I see Tate Lawson. I see Zach Thompson out there. These are seniors, and these are athletic kids. And so they're getting a chance to maybe shine early on here in this game.
Looks like Lawson's going to be flanked wide to the left. Hovey will be in at quarterback with Kyan Watson, the tailback. Couple standing tight ends on the left side as well. Defense is going to line up at a 4-3. Hovey will throw, looks right, back left, fires, caught, looking up the sideline at the 40 inside Soda territory, and a gain tackle there. And that's going to be a nice catch and run for Star Valley's Mason Pack on the first catch of the game.
Plenty of time there. Pack takes it right at midfield.
First down for the Braves.
So 1st and 10 inside Soda territory. Looks like they'll spot the ball at about the 36-yard line from as well as I can see here from our vantage point here at Soda. 1st and 10. Hovey again will roll to his right this time. Looks downfield, being pursued, but throws on the run. Ball tipped, but caught on the sideline.
By Thompson.
Thompson, I believe.
On the play for the Cardinals.
Nope, not. Yes.
Yeah, Zach Thompson.
Zach Thompson, okay.
On the play. First down, Braves.
We're going to do our best here, Dal. We're about 2 feet off the ground, so we'll see how good we can get you names. But Star Valley rolling early. That's going to be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down, less than a minute into the game.
About a 9-yarder, it looks like.
Ball spotted somewhere around the 30. 1st and 10, play action. Bubble screen, caught again by Pack on the left. Flag on the play on the tackle.
Pack with the catch.
Looks like Pack maybe got about 5 yards or so, but there's going to be a foul, a hold against Star Valley, and so that's going to bring that one back.
So that last catch, now that we've had a chance to get a little bit of an angle, thanks to our Fall River Propane replay, Zach Thompson, that catch was good for about 11 yards. This penalty will wipe off that looked to be a 5-yard reception for Pack, and the first penalty of the game.
20 for the Braves.
Ball spotted back to the 32, so it's going to be replay of first down, 1st and 20 with 10:45 remaining in the first period. Here's Watson, the tailback. He'll set up on the right side of Hovey, trips to the left. Hovey looks right, pump fakes, fires as he's hit. Ball tipped, tried to hit Pack again, but it goes over his head and drops to the turf for the incompletion.
And something that stood out to me on that play, Duke, Phoenix Hovey, he's had good protection. This time Soda Springs got around the end, and they put a hit right between Phoenix's shoulder blades on that one.
2nd down and 20 for the Braves.
First quarter, 2nd and 20.
Can see 44 Nathan Hatterley coming in. Also 27, that's Caleb Erickson. And number 87 for the Braves in as well.
Looks like we have Hatterley playing tailback as Hovey will roll to his right. Pump fakes, being pursued, goes across his body, lobs it up for Thompson, comes back to it, has the catch. Defender falls down, and Thompson rolls into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. As Hovey rolls to his right, throws across his body, the defender falls down. Thompson comes back to collect it, and it's the first points of the game.
I believe that was 35 yards. 35-yard from Phoenix Hovey, which is his 11th touchdown pass of the season. Travis Thompson hauls it in from 35 yards out.
Braves will line up for
so here's the PAT for Star Valley. 10:22 to go in the first quarter. The Braves strike early with a 6-0 lead. Snap, hold, kick is blocked. It's going to be no good. And so the PAT is a miss, and Star Valley leads 6-0. Back after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. All controlled knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
This is Sam Gospel, and you're watching the Braves on SVI Media.
Touchdown to Zach Thompson, a 35-yard reception. The Braves strike early, lead 6-0. PAT is blocked. Here's Lawson with the ensuing Carpets Plus color tile kickoff. Fielded by Soda Springs at near the 10. Cuts up to the 20, hit hard and smothered shy of the 30. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Soda Springs Cardinals with about 10:22 remaining in the first.
Looking at that, looked like Zach Wasserloos in there on that tackle, special teams. First possession here for Soda Springs. We'll see what they got. If we got to watch the freshman game, for whatever that's worth. Soda Springs has a little bit of an aerial philosophy with what they want to try and do.
They'll have Caden Harrison listed as a tight end, flanked wide to the right side of the formation, with Micaiah Browning, the junior quarterback. Handoff up the middle. Hit pretty soon and gang tackled. It's going to be a very short gain if anything. Looks like they'll just say no gain on the play. And about 2nd and 10. I'll maybe give him a little. 2nd and long 9 is what we'll say. Clock continues to roll down to 9:50 to play in the first period. Browning will throw, rolls to his right, pump fakes, fires, caught in the flat across the 30. Tackle out of bounds to stop the clock, and it's going to bring up 3rd down after a modest gain on 2nd, maybe about 4 yards to make it 3rd and roughly 5 to go. Ball spotted on the 32-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the play, 3rd and 5 Cardinals.
Crew Morgan in on the tackle, looks like, and he, of course, had the big interception late last week that set up the game-winning touchdown. 3rd down and 5. Browning will throw, under pressure, throws it up and over everybody. Lawson tried to elevate it and tried to hop up there and get it, but even over his big, tall frame and incomplete. So a 4th down situation. It looks like Soda will go 3 and out and be forced to punt here in the early goings. 9:33 remaining in the first. Star Valley up 6-0. Travis Thompson and Dax Button back to return the punt, with Button standing on the right side at just inside the 30. Thompson on the left side, also in the same hash mark.
We talk about the senior class a lot, Duke, but these are two really good-looking juniors in Thompson and Button.
Here's the punt. It's going to be a wobble. That's going to be fielded off the bounce by Button. Has a block to the 35. Wall to the 45. Flag on the play. Across midfield. Button has the sideline, and he's gone. This one may be coming back, though. Button takes it to the house, but there is a flag back at the 34-yard line that I believe is going to negate the return and bring this one back.
Yeah, it's clear back here where the two teams initially clashed. Regardless where that counts or not, though, yeah, it's going to go against the Braves. But regardless of whether it doesn't count, but hey, good practice. Minus the block in the back. Do that, guys.
Yeah.
Minus that part.
Yeah, minus that one little. Yeah, so it's going to be from the spot of the foul. Push the ball all the way back inside the 25 to the 22. So that negates the whole thing. In fact, negative yards on what would have been a touchdown punt return.
Yeah, it would have been about 65 yards, thereabouts, for Dax Button. Instead, the Braves will start, it looks like, about the 23-yard line. And they've got a lot of green in front of them. Good news for us, they're right in front of us now.
Hey, there you go. We'll take it with Kyan Watson in the backfield. Hovey remains the quarterback. 4 receivers set, 2 on either side. Hovey wants to throw, steps up, has a man open to the field. Lawson caught in the flat, breaks a tackle, and drug down from behind across the 35-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down, and it will be Star Valley football up to about their own 37.
Good zing on that one from Phoenix Hovey.
That'll be enough for a first down for the Braves.
Clock continues to roll down to 9:06 to play in the opening quarter. Star Valley up 6-0. They scored on their first possession with the pass to Travis Thompson. The PAT was blocked. Second possession of the game for Star Valley after Soda went 3 and out. Here's Hovey. Steps up under pressure, eludes the sack. He still can throw. He does. He goes deep to his man and overthrew him. Defense went on a big blitz package there. They almost got to Hovey, but he steps up and throws it away down the field.
Covered by Gage Peck. That'll bring up
So far, Phoenix 4 of 6, 76 yards and a touchdown. That was to Travis Thompson. And on that not this last play, but the one before where he found Tate Lawson, he had some sauce on that thing. When you're throwing from one hash mark clear to the outside like that, those are really difficult throws to get there in a quick amount of time.
3 receivers to the right. That's Lawson flanked out wide. Receiver up top to the left. Hovey goes to that receiver on a curl route. That's Travis Thompson. Caught, and he tries to shake and bake up the sideline, but he's tackled really close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. It's a gain of 10. Is it 10 plus? It is a first down. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down up to the Soda Springs 47-yard line.
About 11 yards, I think, on that one. So now second catch for Travis Thompson. He's got 2 of them for 46 yards and the game's first touchdown.
Clock is ticked down to 8:25 remaining in the opening quarter. Hovey remains in the shotgun. Back there with him is Kyan Watson. Trips again over to the right side. Hovey looks back to his left under pressure, but gets it away. A bomb down the field to Thompson, who lays out for it, but can't quite get there, and it drops incomplete. Stops the clock at 8:12 to go, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
So, Duke, is this Coach Young, is this his 10th year? 10th year as the head coach.
Yeah.
He's obviously on the staff before that. And every time we come into a game thinking we know how the game is going to go in these non-conference games, it is absolutely incorrect. At least me personally, I thought this was going to be a lot of maybe run game in this game. They have not attempted a run yet in this game.
It's been a lot of Hovey through the air so far as Watson remains in the backfield on the right side hip of Phoenix in the backfield. Hovey will throw again on 2nd and 10. Rolls to his right, pump fake. He'll get sacked. Coming up and putting up the lick for Soda Springs was Elijah Dilworth, the senior linebacker. He came off the edge and slammed the door shut on that one.
Loss of about
7 on the play.
Well, you heard the man, 7 yards.
17 for the Braves.
Sets up 3rd and long, about 17 to go. The clock is rolling at 7:45 remaining in the first quarter.
First third down of the game for the Braves.
Hovey trips to the left on the right side hash mark. Watson to his right side hip. Hovey will throw under pressure, screen play, caught and tackled well short of the sticks, not even back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a punting situation for Star Valley. Tackled at the 45-yard line off the screen pass to Kyan Watson. And out comes the Star Valley punt unit up by 6.
First catch for Kyan, as you mentioned, about 5 yards on that. And 4th and long here. And back to punt will be Tate Lawson.
That tackle by Elijah Dilworth, so he had the sack and the tackle that forced the short play on the screen pass. So look out for number 29. He's off to a good start defensively in this one for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he showed some really good pressure in the backfield on those last 2 plays.
Lawson will punt this one away for Star Valley. Clean snap, clean kick, a little wobble over to the sideline. It's going to take a Star Valley bounce, stay in bounds, and a huge Star Valley bounce all the way down inside the 5. What a punt from Lawson to pin Soda deep.
Again, we don't have the best perspective, but I thought maybe that was going to sail out of bounds to the Star Valley sideline, and instead it skirted its way all the way up the sideline. That's a terrific punt for Tate Lawson.
It will be Soda Springs football inside their own 5 at around the 2 or 3 yard line. 1st and 10, 6:31 remaining in the first quarter. Braves leading at 6-0.
And I don't know. I don't have the best angle, but Coach Merritt may have a little bit of drool coming out of his mouth right now as he anticipates maybe getting some pressure in the backfield on this particular play.
1st and 10 from their own 3. Browning in his own end zone in the shotgun. Split backs there with him. Man across the formation, turn and hand off, and we'll have positive yards with a dive across the line of scrimmage up to about the 5 yard line on the carry for Soda Springs.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Stopped by Hatterley for the Braves.
Spot the ball.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals.
After a 3 yard gain, looks like the 6 yard line. Caleb Garbett, the running back. Browning looks to throw in his own end zone, fires, no good, incomplete.
Contact was made on the receiver by Nathan Hatterley as he went up to catch the ball. Clock will stop with 5:56 to play. Now 3rd down for Soda Springs. Star Valley trying to go back-to-back 3-and-outs on defense.
Kind of a dangerous passer, kind of high, intended for Randy Stevens of Soda Springs, and Watson in there on the coverage, but that can get tipped up, and this is a dangerous play here for the Cardinals.
Browning will have trips to his right side, one receiver on the left. Garbett, the tailback, with him. He's going to roll out to his right, set his feet, fire, caught at the 10, and he will be close to a first down. Tackled out of near the sideline at about the 14.
So we'll call it a gain of 8, and that should be a first down.
And it is a first down. So Cardinals out of the shadow of their own end zone and across the 10-yard line at about the 13-yard line for Soda Springs. They'll have 1st and 10 with 5:38 and counting in the first quarter. Shotgun again. Trips left side Browning. Rolls out to his left. Looks downfield, he'll tuck it and run, has some green grass, ducks out of bounds. Pretty good gain on first down for Browning.
Thompson came up with some pressure. They're going to say Browning stepped out at about the 17, so that's about a 6-yard gain. Okay, we'll make it 3. Sorry about that. So 2nd and 7 now for the Cardinals.
Clock is at 5:20 remaining in this first quarter. This time we'll have trips up top to the right side for Browning. One receiver left. Browning will again throw. Steps up in a pocket, fires it deep and into double coverage, and it's intercepted, but with a flag. We'll see what the flag is. The interception to Star Valley, coming down to Dylan Hershey for the pick. The flag sitting right at the 50-yard line. We'll see what they call on this one. The flag is pass interference on the defense, and that takes off the interception. Here's a look on the Fall River Propane replay.
Should be a great angle for you, just down the field as you see. And they're going to get, I'll tell you what, Dylan has been so close to having a pick in every game so far this year. This time doesn't, not seeing a lot there. Oh, so I guess we're going to have offsetting penalties here, I believe. You have an ineligible man downfield for the Cardinals, pass interference on the Braves. It could be they called that on Tate Lawson, number 88, but anyway, it's they're just going to play that play again.
Yeah, offsetting penalties. So the INT won't count. Clock down to 5:10 to go in the first quarter. And a new 1st and 10. Well, 2nd and 7, rather. 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, handoff to the tailback, hit in the backfield. And nowhere going there for Soda Springs to bring up 3rd down. Again, the carrier was Cole Garbett. And he'll lose 1 to make it 3rd and 8. Clock down to 4:43 remaining in the first quarter.
Soda Springs 1 of 2 on 3rd down in this ball game thus far. They converted on their last one. As you remember already, this drive started at the 3.
Back to their own 20. Browning again with 4 receivers. Looking to his right, rolls that direction. Fires into traffic, and was this one picked off? Did Crew get another one? He did. Crew with the INT to end the drive, and Star Valley will be in great field position after the junior gets another pick.
Well, that's 2 straight quarters with an INT for Crew Morgan. Crew stepped in and helped the Braves get possession to put that game away last week against Sugar Salem, and now here with 4:19 left in the first quarter against Soda Springs, he picks up another one.
So 1st and 10 for Star Valley. Ball spotted just outside the red zone at about the 22. Hovey shotgun. Man in motion. Fake to him. Now a play action. Fire into the end zone to Gaskell. Caught. Another flag. Gaskell's in for the touchdown, but a flag on the sideline. So we'll see what the yellow is this time.
The touchdown's on the far side of the field. The flag's on the near side. So they didn't really have anything to do with each other. We'll see what this is.
Going to be a ineligible man downfield, so that touchdown will not count. Replay, first down after the penalty on the Braves.
So a lot of times when you see this, you'll see it like a lineman kind of blocking downfield. That's clearly not the case this time. The official saw something else, and to wipe out that touchdown.
And make it 1st and 15 for the Braves.
Clock is at 4:13 remaining in this one. Now Star Valley looking at a 1st and 15.
Tate Lawson in, Zach Thompson, top of your screen, and then in the backfield, Kyan Watson, 43 in there.
5 receivers. Watson motions to the left side hip of Hovey. Calls for the ball. Looks to his right. Fires to the sideline. Great catch on the sideline by Thompson, who is tackled inbounds. But a good catch for Travis of looks like about 5, maybe 6 yards.
That was a heck of a snag here by Travis Thompson. Again, some mustard on that one from Phoenix Hovey, and Travis goes up and nabs it.
2nd and 9, 4:08 to go. Ball spotted just outside the 20. Hovey again in the shotgun. Hatterley with him now as Hovey throws, pump fakes to Hatterley, but he's covered, so comes back to his right. Under pressure, throws on the run, and it is incomplete. Was trying to find Zach Thompson. Couldn't connect, and it's 3rd and 9.
So this was incomplete, but if you can, try and look where Phoenix puts this, though. It's on the outside of the receiver. That is a really good spot, and I'll be honest with you, that looked like there could have been some interference action on that one against the Cardinals. No flag, but I really like the placement of that from Phoenix. It was basically going to be a Zach Thompson catch, or it was going to be nothing.
3rd and 9 for Star Valley. Here's the drop play to Hatterley. Has a man miss. Hatterley in the open field. 10, blocker. He'll stiff arm it into the end zone.
Is that another flag?
Another flag on the play.
That one happened right at the end on that block. I wonder if that's what they're going to call. So just inside the 5.
Clock will stop at 3:52 here in the first quarter. And here's a look at the Fall River Propane replay. So it is going to be another penalty called against Star Valley with the clock sitting at 3:52 to go in this opening quarter. Braves up 6-0. And it looks like we might have the clock is now winding down to 3:49 and counting.
So you saw a Sam Gaskell touchdown called back via penalty. This one, Nathan Hatterley will have one called back. He had one called back in Shelley as well.
After the penalty, they'll give Hatterley a couple of yards to make it 3rd and 3. Hatterley remains the tailback. Call for the ball. This time they throw, and through the hands and incomplete. Trying to find Travis Thompson. Through his hands and over his head and incomplete. 4th and 3. And you got to assume Coach Young will go for it here inside the Riverside Dental red zone.
Yeah, I would think so. And then, that's Travis probably looking at his hands in betrayal right there. He usually brings that in. Dax Button, Caleb Erickson, Sam Gaskell, Will Linford, Tate Lawson all coming in right here. And you got Will and Tate to the right-hand side of this line. I would guess that's probably where this is going to go.
This is Caleb Erickson playing in the backfield right now for Star Valley as the tailback. Man in motion. Throw ahead to Button as the motion man. He's hit and stopped.
That's a really nice tackle.
Inside the 15, but it looks like it's going to be short. And it's a turnover on down. Soda Springs, with the aid of a few penalties, will get the stop inside the red zone. And Star Valley will turn it over back to Soda Springs.
I believe that was Dilworth again. Number 29, Elijah Dilworth, was able to fight through a blocker and get his hands on Zach Thompson. And the Braves did not get the yardage they needed.
1st and 10 now for Soda Springs. They'll throw ahead. Little Star Valley style play. And tackle after a gain of a couple of yards on the reception. Soda Springs will have 2nd down.
Gaskin and Thompson on the stop for the Braves. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Clock rolls down to 2:54 and counting late in the first quarter. Star Valley up 6-0 in Soda Springs. 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard reception for the Cardinals. Here's a quick pass out to the right. Overthrew everybody. Maybe some miscommunication by the receivers and the quarterback. It'll be 3rd and 2 after the incompletion.
Hershey on the coverage for the Braves. 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals.
And it should be a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
It was a gain of
Okay.
2. Sorry, as we work through some of these challenges here. So 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals here. So far in this game, they are 1 of 3 on 3rd down.
2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Braves looking for another stop. Micaiah Browning in the shotgun. Carbon again, the tailback. Browning under pressure, eludes a sack, and he will go down. No, he spins out of it, still running. He'll throw and just throw it out to the sidelines and incomplete. He got away from a couple of sack attempts, but ends up just throwing it out of bounds, and it's going to be 4th and 8 for Soda.
Good effort there from Browning because, yeah, I'm with you. It looked like he was going to get pulled down behind the line. Somehow he spun out of it and is able to send it downfield and avoid the sack. Braves with a chance here to have great field position here, though, with Button and Thompson standing at about midfield, and the Cardinals punting from inside their 20.
Thompson and Button will continue to walk back to their own 40-yard line as here's a big, high, booming punt, but will be a little short. Bounce at the 50. Button will field it off the bounce at the 45. Cut across the field to the right and spin out of a tackle and then get plastered across the 50. And it's going to be good field position for Star Valley after the punt to set up 1st down and 10 at the Soda Springs 48-yard line. Clock at 2:17 remaining to go in the first quarter.
So that last drive for the Braves kind of fizzled out because of several penalties. In fact, two different touchdown plays were called back due to penalties, and then on a 4th and short, the Cardinals able to make a stop. So we'll see if the Braves can finish this one off and try and avoid some of those yellow hankies that we've seen so many of today.
Hatterley will play the tailback. Hovey remains in the shotgun. Once again, trips over to his right side. Calls for the ball, looks to throw. Tries to go to Hatterley out of the backfield on the wheel route, but it's going to be short behind him. Hatterley tries to fall down and scoop it, but can't get his hands underneath, and that's an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 for the Braves.
So that was pass attempt number 14 for Phoenix Hovey's, 8 of 14, 99 yards and a touchdown. The Braves have 2 runs, technically. One was a sack.
2:13 remaining. Under center this time with split backs. It's going to be a play action. Hovey rolls right, fires down the field and through the hands of Sam Gaskell and incomplete.
Boy.
Gaskell couldn't hang on to it, and that one's going to be an incompletion to set up 3rd and 10.
Had a couple of those kind of uncharacteristic for the Braves. They did all the work, did what they needed to do, and then just couldn't reel it in. Braves still looking to convert their first 3rd down of the night. They're 0 for 2, and then 0 for 1 on 4th down on that last drive.
Hatterley back in his tailback. Hovey back at shotgun. 3rd and 10 inside Soda territory. High snap, hand off to Hatterley, breaks a tackle, and here goes Hatterley up the sideline. Has some room. Hatterley continues to run to the 30. He'll have a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down after breaking the backfield tackle and moving the chains out of bounds.
And that looked like about a 22-yard gain thereabouts. Boy, great block there. Trying to catch who that was.
Yeah, I couldn't see that number, but there's an open field pancake.
Pancakes.
2 minutes to go in the first quarter. The ball spotted up to the 25-yard line. Come on, Braves, let's go. Hovey in the backfield again. Watson with him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 tight left. Looking right, firing right. Caught by Thompson at the 20. Tackled out of bounds for about 5 or so yards on 1st down. And Star Valley again approaching the Riverside Dental red zone.
4 catches, 56 yards for Travis Thompson so far. He's been the favorite target so far tonight of Phoenix Hovey, although Phoenix has completed passes to 4 different guys.
They'll spot the ball at
make
the,
it 5.
at the 19 inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Another play action screen pass that again is dropped.
Pass intended for Pack, incomplete.
Couldn't quite connect with Pack, and he's not able to haul it in to make it 3rd down for Star Valley.
Mason Pack had the first catch of the night. This one just a little bit threw his hands off a shoulder pad. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Oh, excuse me.
3rd and 4 with a minute 26. Star Valley up 6-0 late here in the first quarter. Have Caleb Erickson again, the tailback. Pack the right side receiver. Hovey in a pistol look. Play action. Fires down the seam, but behind his intended target. And incomplete. He was trying to find Will Linford, the tight end, down the seam. Couldn't connect, and now it's 4th and 4 for Star Valley from the Soda 19.
Had some really nice passes tonight, right on the money. We've had a couple drops. That one a little bit off the mark in terms of where you'd probably like it on the receiver's body. So definitely some work to do execution-wise, and now the Braves will go for it on 4th and 4. They are 0 for 1 on 4th down here in this first half.
Pack flanked wide to the right. Lawson standing on the left. Erickson the tailback. Going to hand off to Kalo. Looks for a block, broken tackle. Trying to get that first down, and it's close. Really close to the sticks on 4th down. He needed 4. No signal.
Yeah, he's right. He's right there.
Still no signal that we've seen.
Looks like the refs are going to measure.
We might just hand our headset off to the PA tonight, Dal.
Well, he was actually giving him some help on that PI as well earlier. It's like, it looks like pass interference. Like, okay, buddy.
Ball spotted right on the 25-yard line. And the chains will come in here and give us a measurement.
They were on the 19, so this is the 15. So, yeah, I mean, there it is. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I got to say he's
short by an inch, huh? So Soda Springs will get their 2nd consecutive turnover on downs inside the red zone as they spot the ball a chain link short of the yard to gain. Turns it over, and Soda Springs offense will retake the field with a minute 15 remaining in the opening quarter. Star Valley up 6-0.
Well, that one probably doesn't get any closer than that one right there. If this was that 1 year in the NFL, he would have pulled out his index card to slide it between the stick and the ball. That was that close.
Back comes Micaiah Browning and the Soda Springs Cardinals. Offensively, they've been held to 1 first down so far in the game. They're looking now at a 1st and 10 inside their own 20 at the 16. Browning with the draw play, hitting the backfield, and then the cavalry arrives to stop the ball at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I like to go bottom of the pile. That's Kyan Watson in there, but I also saw 39 in there as well. That is Crew Lancaster.
Crew was the first there in the backfield to slow the play down.
Crew is a sophomore.
6'1", 180 as a sophomore.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Here is the 2nd and 10, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Browning rolls, sets up the screen, and it's going to be knocked down and incomplete. I believe that was, again, Crew Lancaster on the defense who came over there and knocked that down.
Well, if you go back, I think probably the last 4 or 5 years, it's probably somewhere in the school charter. You got to have a Lancaster on the field.
That's right.
No Cooper tonight, so you got a Crew.
That's right. Playing the linebacker slot with a 3rd and 10 for Soda Springs at their own 15-yard line. To throw is Browning. Rolling right. Fires downfield. Picked off by Star Valley at the 15. 10 for Hershey. Spins away from a tackle. 5, touchdown. The pick 6. No flag this time for Dylan Hershey, who takes it to the house and will score for the Braves.
Now, correct me, did Dylan have one last week? Because he had one at Shelley and at Preston. I've forgotten now, but he might have one every game of the year this year, that one for 6. And he did that in Preston as well. That's his 2nd, at least, pick six of the year. I'm pretty confident in that one, but he's got to slow down so I can keep track.
Clock will be down to 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter as the Braves get a defensive score. Zach Thompson will hold on the PAT. Lawson again will attempt the PAT, snap, hold, kick. This time is good, and it's 13-0 Braves on the SBI Sports Network.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Carpus Plus Color Towel kickoff. Lawson fielded by Soda Springs inside the 18, return shy of the 30-yard line. Let's send it out to Jake Hibbard. He has a studio report for us and an update game break with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest studio. Jake.
Yeah, so we're Lander at Evanston here, and Braden Baker, last year's leading rusher, busts through the hole and takes the left sideline, 63 yards, and it is not close, 35-12 in the third quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jake, with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio report. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Spray your knapweed. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Dylan Hershey, pick six. Star Valley leads 13-0. First and 10 for Soda Springs on the ensuing possession. Another throw, tipped up and almost picked off again. Thompson was right there. He's the one that tipped it. Button was in the area as well, and it will fall to the turf incomplete.
That one incomplete. Just wanted to point out another nice special teams tackle to open up this from Zach Wasserloos. And, yeah, the Braves defense teeing off here. They've already got 2 picks. There's still 12 seconds left in the first quarter. And Dylan Hershey took the last one to the house.
Braves lead 13-0. Second down and 10 to go for Soda Springs. High snap over the head of Browning. Loose ball. Browning will fall on it, but all the way down to the 7-yard line to make it third and long. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Star Valley with a 13-0 lead, and Soda Springs third and long when we come back on the SBI Sports Network.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most. The ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
This is Keith Kelly, voice of the Wyoming Cowboys, and you're watching the Star Valley Braves on the SBI Sports Network.
Cowboys heading south of the border to Colorado tomorrow to take on Coach Prime and the Buffaloes. That game a late kickoff at 8:15. You can listen to it live on SBI Media's The Spur in Star Valley and on the SBI radio app. Here in this game, it's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson with you. Start of the second quarter. High snap over the head of Browning, the quarterback for Soda, to set up third down and 30 yards to go.
So, Duke, we were just kind of remarking what time it is, and there were 29 pass attempts in that first quarter between these two teams. 18 by the Braves, 11 by the Cardinals.
So switching direction, Soda Springs now driving towards the west in kind of a dark east end zone here in Soda Springs. Browning rolling to his right from his own end zone. He'll have to continue to roll, fires, and incomplete. Went through the hands of his intended target, and then the hit, just to make sure, came up, I believe, from 39, which would be Crew Lancaster again.
Cooper who?
Yeah.
They know I'm kidding. But yeah, Crew has come in, and boy, he's very much looked the part, hasn't he? Number 39 for the Braves, a sophomore. And, I've kind of remarked, and deservedly so, we've talked about this huge senior class, Duke, but there's quite a few really accomplished juniors on this team. And then, yeah, it's not like the classes have struggled in the underclassmen ranks as well. They're all chomping at the bit to get in the game.
Thompson and Button will be back to return the punt on 4th and about 30. Punt return team making sure they have the right personnel. Punting from his own end zone. Braves go for the block but don't get there. It's going to be a short kick, though, bouncing inside the 40. Take a Star Valley bounce, and the Braves will have it inside the Soda Springs 40 as it is down at about the 37, 38-yard line.
Braves are going to have fantastic field position here to try and add their second offensive score of the night. First touchdown came to Travis Thompson. PAT was no good. Second touchdown came on a pick six from Dylan Hershey about 25 yards out. And that's how we've gotten to the score that we are at. And, yeah, right now we're looking at about the – not sure where they –
37, it looks like, 37-38. And it's going to be first and 10 for Star Valley. And there's some confusion over something. The official thought it was Soda Springs ball. I don't know why he thought it was Soda Springs ball.
Well, and the stick was like 5 yards the other way.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready. First and 10 inside the 40. Hovey in the backfield. A couple fourth down turnovers as a pass out to Lawson. He's up the sideline, dragging the tacklers with him inside the 30, down near the 24-yard line. That'll be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves. Lawson on the reception.
About 12 yards there for Lawson. Moving the sticks. Tate with 2 catches, 26 yards tonight. And the Braves now setting up shop here right around the red zone.
Like they have it about the 23, 24-yard line. Hovey, empty backfield, looks to his left, fires, caught again by Lawson on the sideline. He'll turn upfield and be inside the Riverside Dental red zone. About the 20 something.
7 more for Tate, so back-to-back catches for him.
Put it at the 17-yard line is where it looks like we get the ball spotted. We're a little closer to turf level than we typically
Way
are. So
closer.
Trying to spot locations of the footballs.
In fact, Coach Peterson walked in, Blake Peterson, and his head was higher than we are.
Yes. Here's Hovey to throw. Goes into the end zone on a slant, off the fingertips, and incomplete by Thompson. He's looking for a flag. He's not going to get it as the pass maybe went off his face mask because he couldn't get his hand up.
Just about had it anyway. Oh.
Or is there a flag? Oh, there is a flag. Okay. So it is pass interference. Not only can we not see where the football is, sometimes we can't see the flag. So
Mr. David Kazair is on it.
He's lower than we are. Oh, he has help. All right, so it is a penalty resulting in a first down. He's going to spot the ball inside the 10, inside the Riverside Dental red zone, about the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8. 10:28 remaining in the second quarter. 13-0, Star Valley with the lead and inside the red zone. Caleb Erickson again, the tailback. Man in motion. Throw ahead to, no, it's going to be a quarterback toss into the end zone. That one's caught for 6 points. Hauled in from Sam Gaskell, and the Braves open up a 19-0 lead.
So that one was kind of a half a distance to the goal. Why, what a great angle, right? Coming right at you into your living room. Kind of a dark living room, but still coming right at you. Phoenix Hovey threading the needle, finding Sam Gaskell. Sam catches his second touchdown of the first half, but just the first one that counts.
So Lawson back in for the ensuing PAT, and they will blow it dead at the snap of the football, so it won't count. There's going to be a false start on Star Valley, so they'll push him back 5 yards for the PAT.
4 penalties totaling 30 yards for the Braves.
By the way, Crew Morgan, the long snapper on field goals and PATs for Star Valley. So he's snapping to Thompson, who's the holder tonight. And this one's going to be shanked off to the right and no good. PAT no good, so we stay 19-0. Star Valley on top on the SVI Sports Network.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Find local scores from around the region after the game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Carpus Plus color tile kickoff, and the ball is fumbled on the reception, on the return, man, but it is going to be picked up. He'll fall on it. That was Blake Mon for Soda Springs on the return, who lost it off the kick, and then he'll keep possession, but not good field position again for Soda Springs.
Definitely some nervous moments there. In fact, I think even on the pickup wasn't quite able to secure the football. So at the end there, you're basically just smothering that pigskin and getting prepared for the wave of defenders to come down on top of you.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Soda Springs. That was Crew Lancaster, who defensively has had a pretty good game in the last couple of series. The sophomore getting some playing time here against Soda Springs. 1st and 10 for the Cardinal. Browning in the shotgun will throw the screen on the out. Caught, 15, nice collision near the 25, and then help for the tackle. There's going to be positive yards after the catch out of the backfield by Cole Garbett of, just actually 3, 4. They keep walking forward, about 3.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals.
Clock down to 9:56 to go in the second quarter.
Micaiah Browning of Soda Springs, 4 of 13, 17 yards, 2 picks so far in this first half.
Browning again in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. High snap, but he hauls it in, and they play blown dead.
Snap. Ref blows the whistle. Stops the play.
And
no idea.
There's no flag. You can guess. I don't know.
I think it's an equipment. You see Soda Springs with a player coming off the field. That's Cole Garbett. Either a face mask, maybe your mouthpiece isn't in right, something. The officials blew it dead for that reason.
So it'll be 2nd and 7. Clock can roll again here at 9:35. From their own 26-yard line. To throw, caught on the curl, broken tackle, running up to the 30.
Ball's loose. I think Soda got back on it, but that ball was on the turf.
Stays Soda Springs possession. They'll give it as a 2-yard gain on the play. Here's a look out on the Fall River Propane replay.
Yeah, right there. That ball was out.
Looked like Lawson poked it out.
I say Tate Lawson, excuse me.
So 3rd and 5. As Soda Springs breaks their huddle. 8:50 remaining in the second quarter of play. Star Valley up 19-0. Looking for another 3rd down stop. Browning to throw, rolls to his left, back to his right, under pressure, and he's hit and sacked. Elam Atatia with a sack to make it 4th down and 10.
He is a beast. All-Stater last year as a junior, back this year. 6'2", 230 plus, and just one of the more intimidating players you'll see in the Wyoming high school ranks, quite honestly, and a placer in state wrestling as well. So wrapped him up and took him down to the mat.
That will result in another punting situation here for Soda Springs. Once again, Button and Travis Thompson back to return. This is going to go on the bounce, and it will take another Star Valley bounce, rolling backwards as Soda Springs will fall on it. We'll be on the Star Valley side of the 50, but great field position again for the Star Valley Braves with 7 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and Star Valley up 19-0.
This has been a theme so far throughout this game. Star Valley has had just absolutely outstanding field position in this game because of their defense and special teams. Again, starting off just on their own side of the 50 by just 5 yards, but give or take where they are right now, 5 yards. This is basically where they've been all game long.
So again, at their own 45, Hovey hands off. Up the middle carry by Kyan Watson. He'll be tackled near midfield, getting him about a 5-yard carry off the, well, maybe even 6, maybe even 7 for Watson.
I'm going to call it 6. First carry of the night for Kyan Watson.
Across the 50 and inside Soda Springs territory, down to about the 47-yard, 48-yard line. Watson remains in the game. Hand off again to Kyan. Looks for the edge, has a nice block, put his shoulder down, and knocked down shy of the 40, but it is going to be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Roughly the 42-yard line. Here's your Fall River Propane replay.
There's another nice gain. Good clear-out block there, number 68.
It's Colby Merritt.
Colby Merritt. Yes, Colby Merritt with a nice block. A senior.
I formation. That's Atia, the fullback. Man in motion. Turn. Hand off to the tailback is all red. And he'll rumble ahead for a few. Flung down, but thrown forward. Matatia, the fullback, blocking ahead of all red. And they'll give him first down. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Hatterley with a nice carry up the middle. Double-digit gain there as he gets a nice block.
Ball spotted down to the 32-yard line, and a new set of downs for the Braves. Up 19-0, 6:40 to play in the second.
Nathan leading the team in touchdowns taken away by penalties so far this season.
That he is.
Just want to throw that out there.
Trips to the right side. Hovey will throw, goes to the left. It's a pitch back, and it's a touchdown. Oh, almost diving ahead. He got tripped out. It was a pitch back after the catch to Ryan Talbot, the lineman number 70, and Talbot rolling up the sideline. Almost had the 6, but he was tripped up by his heel.
We were that close to having a thick 6. Oh, wow. Stepping in post holes, diving. Man, what a great play, though. So that's a hook and ladder. Pitching it back to Ryan Talbot.
It was Zach Thompson on the reception, the quick lateral to
about
Talbot.
26 yards, I think.
Star Valley inside the Riverside Dental red zone, down to the 4-yard line for a first and goal. Hatterley, the tailback. Hovey will throw, looks to his right, fires off the mark, and incomplete, looking for Zach Thompson.
So Ryan, an all-stater himself last year, really was getting varsity time as a sophomore sometimes, and I know I think he even dressed as a freshman. He pointed that out. He has a chance to do something I don't know if any other Star Valley players ever done, winning 4 in a row, having dressed at least some varsity in all 4 of those years.
Yeah. Well, no one's done it because there's never been a 4-peat.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
But that's just a rarity. That's an ultra rarity.
I formation, and look who's the tailback. Ryan Talbot, number 70. Turn, pitch to Ryan. Bread and butter, touchdown. Wide open, and Talbot for 6.
Well, and let's be honest, Ryan playing nose tackle which is one of the more selfless positions on a team. You're basically taking up 2 guys on defense. Look at that hole. Phoenix Hovey and Kyan Watson saying, it's our turn to plow the road for you, Ryan, and he walks in untouched.
5:50 to play in the second period, 25-0. Star Valley on top of Soda Springs. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile PAT. Lawson's had one blocked. He missed one wide to the right. This time I believe it's going to be another either false start or offsides. A flag on the play. It's going to be offsides on the defense. So maybe we see Coach Young elect to go for 2 here now, up 25-0 after they move it closer. Now the officials are discussing, is it against Star Valley or against Soda Springs? Looks like it will be against Soda. And Coach Young will just keep the PAT team out there. So another shot at it. Lawson for the extra point.
The PAT team is working through some things tonight.
And the flag again at the snap of the football. This is offsides again on the defense.
They're gonna wear those flags out. They are frayed tonight. Those are some frayed flags.
So they do it twice, and now Coach Young says, well, you have to go for 2 now. And he's going to send in Thomas Randall, the 5'9", 220-pound senior.
And Thomas was one of the captains that came up for the coin toss, number 77.
He's going to play tailback on this one on a 2-point conversion attempt after the 2 offsides penalties on the defense against Soda Springs on the PAT. Thomas Randall, 77, 220 is the tailback.
That is a lot of beef right there.
Now Tautia, the lead blocker at fullback. Everybody in tight. Hovey, pitch, bread and butter. He won't get there. He is tackled shy of the goal yard to gain. But Thomas Randall gets his hands on the leather tonight. And with 5:50 to play in the second period, it's 25-0 Braves on SVI Sports as Randall carries it back to the sideline.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Here we go. Kick back into the end zone for the touchback. After the touchdown for Star Valley, Lawson on the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff puts it into the end zone, and it will be 1st and 10 for Soda Springs. And the Cardinals had a rough time tonight offensively for Star Valley. A pick 6 for the Braves defense, a number of 3 and outs. Tough field position all night long, and it's 25-0 Star Valley.
Well, right now, we'll, of course, get into this at the halftime, but right now, Soda Springs, I have them with 7 yards offensively tonight. When you factor in quarterback sacks and get a snap over the head.
So the Cardinals at their own 20. Clock has 5:50 remaining in the second quarter on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Looks like Soda's short a player. They're waving at the sideline for someone to run in and fill that spot on the line. And back in the shotgun is Browning. Hands off, left side, gang tackled near the 20 for no gain on the play. And as you say down bottom of the tile, Cash Thompson was there, number 53.
Yeah, Cash he's had a great season, I think.
McCray Barnes also right there as well. Another one of these 28 seniors that pack this roster this year for the Braves, 2nd and 10.
To put that in perspective, we talk about Marsh Valley having to cancel the rest of their season. They had 19 to start the year. Players.
Here's second down, high snap. Browning rolls right, fires into the flat over his head, and caught by the second receiver, though. No, it's a knocked out, incomplete, but there will be a flag on the play.
Mason Pack in there.
It's going to be pass interference on the defense. That will stop the clock at 5:10 remaining in the second quarter.
There's been a few of those tonight. Each team has collected, I think this is the second one on the Braves. Soda Springs has one, I believe. So penalties for the Braves so far, 5 penalties, 45 yards.
That one results in a first down for Soda Springs. Spots the football at their own 36-yard line now with 1st and 10. Star Valley leading at 25-0. Shotgun again for Browning. Star Valley in the 3-4. Button playing the strong safety. Here's a sweep out to the right. Nothing going there. Hit, tackle, but another flag on the play.
Will Linford in there. An illegal shift here is going to go against Soda Springs.
Penalties decline.
So they will decline that and take the result of the play, which is a loss. Big loss.
How do you okay. I thought an illegal shift.
That's what I thought.
Tackle for the Braves. Loss of 5. Second and 15.
Second and 15. All said and done after that. Clock is at 5:04 remaining before halftime. Ball back to their own 32-yard line. Once again, Browning in the shotgun. Trips to the left side. Browning calls for the snap, rolls left. Fires downfield, and incomplete. Not able to haul it in. Dax Button on the defense for Star Valley.
Good defense there from Dax. Also back there was 31 McCray Barnes. You've called his name a couple times here. Another one of those seniors.
Would have been a tough catch for the intended target. Sets up 3rd and 15 now for Soda Springs.
It feels like it's been about a million years since Soda Springs had the ball. They got it right now. They are 1 of 4 on 3rd down. And they got a ways to go here.
Shotgun Browning trips to the top of your screen to his left. One man wide alone on the right. Browning looks left, back to his right, fires that direction down the sideline, overthrew his target, incomplete. Not able to get it to Caden Harrison. Good coverage downfield, and it's 4th and long.
That one was a bit too long, and good coverage there from the Star Valley secondary. And the punt team will come out.
I believe Mason Pack on the coverage.
Yeah, Mason's gotten quite a bit of play tonight on both sides of the football.
Button and Thompson back to return another Soda Springs punt. 4th and 15. This time the coaches are going to put Button up closer and Thompson deeper as the punts have been a little short. Ooh. This one's a high wobble spiral. Thompson will come up and not take it off the bounce. Take a big Soda Springs bounce this time and roll far down the field. Will be downed by Soda Springs. Stevens will down it somewhere.
From my angle, Caleb Erickson just about got a paw on that punt. He was in there.
Looks like they'll down it about the 34, 33-yard line. And typically this is good field position, but it's actually been one of the worst field positions of the game for Star Valley right now.
Yeah, they have started on Soda's half of the 50. They've been at the 50. They've been at their own 45. And, yeah, right now this might be, I think, the worst starting field position for the Braves, which kind of tells you how this game has gone.
4:32 to play before halftime. Star Valley leading at 25-0. Man in motion. Hand off to the tailback and smothered in the backfield. Nowhere to go for Caleb Erickson. He was hit behind the line and taken down for a tackle for loss.
I think it was 73 or 39. Yeah, 79 with that tackle for Soda Springs.
Carson Cook.
Loss of about 3.
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback from the pistol set. Man in motion again. This time they throw to the motion man. 35-40, ripped down. And a nice one for Mason Pack. I believe they're going to get a face mask at the end of the reception to add yardage onto the end.
It's about a 16-yard reception as it stands.
There is a flag. Refs are discussing.
Here's a look at your Fall River Propane replay. As you see Pack. Ooh. There's another nice open field block out there.
I was going to say someone got smashed.
I think that was Talbot on the open field as there's a face mask. That'll add to the end of the play. Push the football inside Soda Springs territory, marching it all the way down to the Soda 42-yard line. First and 10.
So a gain of 16 on the reception to Pack. You tack on another 15 because of the face mask. And the Braves in business here in Cardinal territory.
Watson back in at tailback for Star Valley. Turn, handoff to Kyan. Nice blocking, and then he's hit around the 40 and brought down for a pretty modest gain after he was taken down by Dilworth.
Dilworth's been active. He has made quite a few plays defensively for the Cardinals tonight, and when they have been able to hold the Braves up, he's basically been the tip of the sword doing that.
3-yard gain. Hatterley back in the backfield. Nathan lines up. Now over to the slot right. Now we'll go inside. 5 receivers set. Hovey calls for the snap. Looks right. And almost intercepted. It looks like some miscommunication. He was trying to find Kimball Holtz. And looked like not able to quite connect. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, the Cardinals, I think, were right on. You can already see he's kind of, boy, right there. It looked like some pushing going on.
To be fair, Holtz was knocked off his route. So it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Braves 1 of 4 tonight.
Hovey hands off to Hatterley. Has some room in the open field. First down and more. Down to the 20. Another flag on the play. Cuts it across and near the 15-yard line, but this one again might be coming back. Flag is back at the somewhere. I don't know.
Well, his play started at the 40. It's going to be holding against the Braves.
Flag's back at the 35, which is 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. So no first down. It'll be 3rd and long here.
Nathan Hatterley might start to take some of these things personally at this point. He's had at least 2 touchdowns taken away from because of penalties, including one tonight. And this one would have been 20 plus, almost 25 yards on the ground. Instead, I think he's going to get about 3.
All right, 3rd down and 15, 2:56 to go before halftime. Hovey will call for it in the shotgun, set up the draw play. Hatterley, a lot of room. He's running to the 40, 35-30. He will have the first down inside the 25-yard line. And it will be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
They were at about the 43.
They'll spot the ball at the 25, 24.
So we'll call it 18 for Hatterley. And that puts him up to 61 yards on 5 carries.
Down to the 24-yard line. Cope in the backfield. Hand off to him. He'll get a couple of yards on first down. Well, I'll just give him 1. 2nd and 9 up and coming. Clock continues to tick down to 2:07 to go before halftime. Star Valley leading it 25-0 and threatening to go inside the red zone here again.
Like Kaika Cope, first carry of the night. He's had a couple carries this year. Probably would have liked more than a yard, but that's what he got on that carry.
Kyan Watson back in at tailback. Hovey calls for the ball. Hand off to Watson, sidesteps the tackle, then he's hit from the linebacker but spins and falls forward. Is able to get to about the 20-yard line. Couple of yards for Kyan.
3, 3rd and 6 for the Braves.
5 carries, 15 yards tonight on my stat sheet for Kyan Watson. Hatterley will come back in. Sam Gaskell in as well. I also see Tate Lawson coming in on that substitution. 1:15 to go, and the clock is a-ticking.
3rd down and 6. Here's the handoff to Hatterley. He's inside the red zone, but I don't think he's going to have enough for the first down. Maybe a yard or 2 short. Star Valley's turned the ball over on 4th down a couple of times inside the Riverside Dental red zone in this first half, and they're looking at another 4th down and 2 yards to go here. Score remains 25-0. Clock down to 43 seconds and counting. 4th down. Hovey, play action. Fires, caught for the first down to Thompson. Inside the 10, he's tackled there. And Travis is slow to get up. Travis Thompson is down after converting on 4th and short on his back. Now he's up on his hands and knees, and he'll get up. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him, and he's able to get off the field under his own power. Kind of holding his right lower back, though.
Travis has had a pretty prolific first half. 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown through the air. And, yeah, he's not feeling as good as he felt a couple hours ago.
It is going to be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. 1st and goal from inside the Riverside Dental red zone, and Star Valley did take a timeout there. We'll take we'll just keep it here at this point. Clock at 35.8 seconds remaining. And Star Valley trying to make this a 32-point game heading into halftime if they can score here late in the second quarter.
After that last pitch and catch on my stat sheet, Phoenix Hovey 15 of 26, 186 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Caleb Erickson into play tailback. Hovey will be in the shotgun. Lawson and Gaskell, your tight ends over on the left. One receiver wide up top to the right is Pack. He'll come across the formation in motion. Throw to Pack ahead, and he will not get very many yards. Tackled shy of the 5, but another flag on the play. 30 seconds remaining before halftime, and another hold on the Braves. So we'll push them outside the 10 and make it 2nd and goal.
7 penalties, 65 yards against the Braves in this first half, and the clock is going.
Actually, 1st and goal from outside the 15. Hovey will throw, looking left, back to the right, fires to the pylon, back shoulder, and could not connect with Zach Thompson as he tried to go back shoulder to him at the pylon and drops incomplete with 17.3 seconds remaining.
Trying to go out to the corner on a bit of a post. Clock will stop here for the Braves offensively, and they'll go at it again, as you mentioned, 2nd and goal.
17 seconds. Hatterley in at tailback. 4 receivers set, 2 each side. Hovey fires to the end zone left side, and bobbled and caught. Wow. Pulled in for Tate Lawson. And 6 points with 11.8 seconds to go before halftime.
From 18 yards out.
Makes it 31-0. Lawson for the touchdown reception. You can see high pass bounced off his own hands, and he came down with it, falling to the grass.
Nice job of concentrating there by Tate. Is able to reel that in after not bringing it in cleanly on the initial contact.
Now Tate for the PAT, snap, hold, kick. And it looks like this one is good, and it is 32-zip Braves on the SBI Sports Network.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefootlandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefootlandankle.clinic.
Meet the players by visiting svinews.com/football roster. Here's more Braves football on SVI.
Ensuing Carpets Plus color tile kickoff from Tate Lawson, who scored the touchdown and had the PAT. Short kick, but Ikeka Cope smothered the up back on the return. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35 for Soda Springs, and just 8.5 seconds remaining before halftime.
So whatever you have in your playbook for this scenario, I would think maybe just a kneel down at this point, but they could go deep.
They would need 65 yards. The coaching staff, all co-coaches right now for Soda Springs, have all 3 timeouts. Makes you wonder who calls the timeouts in a 4 or 5 co-coach situation. I don't know.
That's a great question.
Yeah, they are going to throw it. Stepping up is Browning, and he'll be sacked, I believe, and he will be sacked.
He's pretty slippery.
Almost got away, but that will take us to halftime. And it looks like maybe Cash Thompson was there first for the sack. So at the half, it's 32-0. Star Valley on top here in Soda Springs. It's your Simplot Smoky Can You Mine halftime show. We'll start it off with Jake Thompson for you tonight. He's, of course, is inside the Lincoln County Weed and Pest remote studio. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Spray your knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Send it out to Jake.
Hey, thank you. So we've had a lot of games just going final. Whole lot of 4A action, some great 3A action as well 1 week before we get into conference play. So let's go ahead and start things off in 4A for this week as we go with Cheyenne Central taking on Cheyenne South. That's Campbell Smith going up the middle for 24 yards. And the score final there, 58-0, Central rolls. Sticking with 4A, here's Rock Springs at Laramie, and this is Tyler Gill getting that pick. And then, as they say, one play later. All right, so this will be Kirsch, Dex Parvin. That's Isaac Kirsch on the back end of that play, and Laramie wins that 23-7, and they get their second win of the season. This game just coming to the end, number 1 versus number 2. And that was not a quarterback. That was Beck Haswell, the wide receiver, throwing to Breck Reed for a 77-yard touchdown. Now, this is Keegan Zawada. He is a quarterback, finding Keyshawn Brown up the middle, and he slides in. Guys, let's go live to this one really quickly if we can to see where we're at in the game, as it was, 27-20. Right now, we're sitting in that contest. So 27-20, we're looking in that game almost going final. But let's get back to the highlights here as we jump back to 4A. Campbell County, number 5, and they're trailing with a minute left, 9 seconds left. But that's Coulter Lang pushing it in, and Campbell County comes from behind. 17-13 becomes 17-20, as here you see the last breath by Natrona County falls short, and Natrona County hangs on to win. Let's head over to 3A action where Cody was at Buffalo, and we've got a blurry scoreboard, but Cash McFadden finds a receiver for just his 4th catch of the year. That's Damian Sander, first touchdown. And 49-9 as of last check. I think we got up to the 50s, but again, it's a blurry scoreboard. Riverton at Green River. This is Maddox Hintz trying a screen pass. No, that's not where it was going. That's Cam Vincent with the pick 6. And Green River has fallen to Riverton 41-21. Last check there late in the 4th. That one should be final. Douglas at Powell. A great run this time, right up the middle by someone for Douglas. Still no roster, guys, but it's 47-7 the final. Number 4, Douglas, will stay in the rankings most likely. Lander at Evanston from 63 yards out. Last year's 3A leading rusher, Braden Baker, now a senior, taking it the way up the sideline, 35-12. And Evanston is falling in that one. Don't have a final score yet on that. Will effort for this. And then Jackson at Bear Lake. Guys, let's go back here. I like to see this one more time. That's a quarterback Johnson to a wide receiver. That wide receiver is Liam Logan, and he'll throw it to Jake Simmons for the touchdown, 25-7 in that game. As wild contests going on. Let's see one more time if I can get any more update on the Sheridan game. Doesn't look like we're quite final yet, but Sheridan does have the ball. As you're seeing a live look right now, 4th quarter, they're going to do a timeout. Sheridan up by 1 touchdown, and I'll send it back to you guys.
Fantastic as always. Thank you so much, Jake Hibbard, with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio report at the half. Star Valley in Soda Springs tonight, where the Braves lead at 32-0. A Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show on SBI.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Star Valley Sports on SBI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
At the half, it's 32-0. Star Valley on top with the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. And Dallas is kind of what we expected to see, at least offensively, for the Braves. A lot of players getting their hands on the football, a couple linemen able to run the football and do some things like that. But, I mean, defensively, the Braves have just slammed the door here on Soda Springs.
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I think Soda has one first down tonight. And the Braves have at least 3 sacks. They've got 2 interceptions, including one run back for a touchdown. Yeah, the defense is basically pitching a shutout. Or not just a shutout, but almost a perfect game.
A yard out?
Yeah, a yard.
I guess.
Yard,
I
well,
I don't know.
we'll
work on it. How about your stats presented by Battleston Brothers Carpet One Floor at home here at the half?
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. For the Soda Springs Cardinals, Micaiah Browning, 5 of 16 through the air tonight for 19 yards. By my stat sheet, Cole Garbett had 3 catches for 13 yards. On the ground, this is where it gets really ugly for Soda Springs. 9 carries, minus 18 yards. And so you got 19 yards through the air, minus 18 on the ground for a total of 1 yard. Doing most of that damage, they said Cole Garbett, 3 catches for 13 yards through the air. He also had 2 runs for 4 yards. And that's a look at kind of how things are going offensively for the Cardinals in that first half. For the Braves, went through the air a ton in that first half. Phoenix Hovey, 16 of 28 for 204 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Most of that going to Travis Thompson. Travis had 5 catches for 70 yards and a score. 2 catches for 32 yards for Mason Pack. Forgot about Tate Lawson. 4 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown for Tate. A couple of catches for Zach Thompson. Catch for Ryan Talbot, who then put it in on the ground as well. Sam Gaskell has a catch. Kyan Watson has a catch. On the ground, Nathan Hatterley's done the most damage, 6 carries for 65 yards. Kyan Watson, 5 for 15. Overall, the Braves with 16 receptions, totaling 204 yards through the air, 15 carries for 82 yards on the ground, and a total of 256 yards in the first half. Penalty-wise, Braves, 7 of those for 65 yards. And that's a look at your halftime battle stats presented by Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Carpet One Floor at Home, quality, price, and service. Located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. Now let's see if we can give away some free swirl tonight with our halftime trivia question presented by Star of 89 in downtown Afton.
Well, just like some of our pregame, some of this stuff was done before we knew some players weren't going to play tonight. So the question revolves around Cooper Lancaster, but Cooper's not playing tonight. But the answer can still win you some swirl. With 19 receiving yards tonight, Cooper Lancaster would have surpassed this player who finished with 820 career receiving yards, all of which came in 2005 as the Braves finished as the state runner-up. So that's who we're looking for tonight, 307-203-4637.
First correct answer wins that gift certificate courtesy of Swirl and Star of 89. Millie Kazare did have a chance to catch up with Coach Young to get his thoughts on the first half. Let's send it down field side with Millie in the Miles CPA sideline report. Look like we had that one ready, so apologize for that with the Miles CPA sideline report. Just about ready to start the second half. Dal, how about the answer to your trivia question?
So in essence, what we're asking is what player finished with 820 career receiving yards, all of which came in 2005 as the Braves finished as the state runner-up. And our answer tonight is Andy McCann. Had what was the greatest season receiving of all time for Star Valley until recently with players like Wyatt Krog, Bryson Neal. But that was a heck of a year in 2005 for Andy McCann.
First correct answer. Phone number ends in 0594. 0594. Congratulations. You are the winner of that gift certificate to Swirl, and you can come pick it up from SVI Media next week as we wrap up your Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show here on SVI. It will be Star Valley kicking off to Soda Springs. Braves have the 32-0 advantage here at the half. It's been a rough half for Soda, but they're not -2. Yes. I promise you that. 32-0, and start off the third quarter here.
We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get
it. Is going to be Lawson with the Carpets Plus Color Tile kickoff. And Lawson will rumble ahead. Now he'll boot it away. Looks like a good kick returnable at about the 10. Quickly to the 15-20, broken tackle, another broken tackle, then hit hard about the 25-yard line to set up first and 10 for Soda Springs.
It was Stevens who returned that in on that stop. I thought was number 14, Zach Delgado.
Star Valley defense held Soda Springs to a net 1 yard in the first half. Going to be from their own 26-yard line. Cardinals trail the Braves 32-0. Star Valley on defense. Browning will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Eludes the sack, now throws behind his receiver under pressure and on the run. And it will be incomplete, trying to hit Dilworth and couldn't connect because of the pressure in the backfield.
Second down and 10 for the Cardinals.
And it's super difficult for the Cardinals. You're going up against one of, if not the best defense you're going to see all season. And when you've got such a big gap, they're just able to kind of tee off on you. They know you're going to try and pass it. Your running lanes are shut down. It's difficult to try and get anything going here. And so the deck's kind of stacked against him here. See if they can get something going.
Second down and 10. To throw is Browning. Pump fakes, rolls right, and misses out of the flat. And the receiver paid the price A big hit by Mason Pack, who came up and popped the receiver just in case, and it was the intended target, Gage Peck.
Yeah, that one was a pretty physical hit there. Peck is up on his feet and looks like he's going to stay in the game.
Sets up a 3rd down and 10. Clock down to 11:43 remaining in this third quarter. Browning again in the shotgun. Good snap, looks left, fires down the outside. Ball is caught at the 30 and tackled there for no extra yards after the reception. I believe Caleb Erickson and McCray Barnes were both there for Star Valley, and it's 4th and 5. 4th and 7, actually. Just a 3-yard gain on the reception. And again, a 3 and out for Soda Springs, and out comes the Star Valley punt return team. And this time down, we're going to see Zach Delgado and his twin brother, Dave Delgado, back to return the punt. The Delgado twins.
Yeah, Zach and Gabe, these guys they're fast and athletic.
Ooh, it was almost blocked. It is going to go to the right side, fielded on the run by Gabe, and he's hit. But it was almost blocked as the ball came out from the punt. Going to be Star Valley football, 1st and 10 the other way.
Tell you what, though, you look at that dude. He basically catches that on a pretty good sprint forward as the ball's coming right at you. That's not easy to do. That might be one of the most unsung, hardest jobs in football, catching punts with people bearing down on you like that.
Coach Young is going to send in his younger unit here with the big lead opening up the third quarter. This is Lincoln Finch to play quarterback right now for Star Valley. In the backfield is Zach Delgado. Hand off to Zach, and he breaks a couple tackles, spins around, and then the cavalry arrives. Zach across the 40-yard line for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Clock down to 10:40 to play. And it's just a 2-yard gain is all for Delgado.
I will say this, though, Zach and Gabe both, they get in the open field, you're probably not going to catch them. They are, like I said, they are fast and athletic.
Once again, Finch in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. He does have Kyan Watson with him in the backfield this time. Late snap, and that's a flag on Star Valley. It's going to be a false start on the Braves to make 2nd and 8, now 3rd and 13.
8th penalty of the night, totaling 70 yards for the Braves.
Pushes the ball back to the 37-yard line.
2nd down and 12 for the Braves.
10 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. The clock was wound, 2nd and long. About 12 yards to go, ball at their own 37. Shotgun for Finch. Watson remains the tailback, trips to the right side, 1 receiver wide left. Finch with the draw play. Hands it off. Watson, lots of room, 45-50, 1st down. He is tackled after a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down inside Soda Springs territory at about the 40-yard line.
Gain of 22 from Kyan Watson.
So look at that great draw play.
Boy,
Coach Young's offense has always executed that one really well.
There's probably not any single play that has gained more yardage for Coach Young in his decade as the head coach than that one right there.
Just shy or at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Braves, 9:25 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Hatterley in the backfield this time. Finch hands off to him, looks for the left edge, has a block, but then ripped down from behind.
Down by call for the Cardinals.
He'll be tackled after a gain of roughly 5. Set up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line for Star Valley with the clock ticking down to 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
7 carries totaling 70 yards for Nathan Hatterley. That's what he's been credited with. He's probably run for about 120 tonight.
Akeka Cope will be the tailback this time. Caleb Erickson, the tight end on the right. Left side receivers, Kimball Holtz. Finch in the shotgun. Puts Cope to his left hip. Hands off to Cope. Broken tackle at the line. Lunges ahead of the 20. And forward progress should be close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. Should be pretty close to the 20. They do give him the Star Valley Orthodontics first down on the carry and put Star Valley inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Ball right at the 20-yard line with the clock at 8:19, 8:18 to go in the third.
Second carry of the night for Ikeka Cope, totaling 6 yards.
Drake Honadell playing the slot receiver over on the left side for Star Valley. Kimball Holtz once again lined up wide to the left. Finch, the quarterback. Tailback right now is Zach Wasserloos. Wasserloos on the carry. He has a nice hole, put his shoulder down, and he's pulled down from behind, but not until he picks up another Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Wasserloos known for his special team tackling, and this time he's able to break off a big run on first down.
The loose is loose out there in midfield, and he took some Cardinals with him. Gain of about 12.
Now inside the Riverside Dental red zone at about the 18-yard line. Finch. Handoff is what they're going to say right now. First and goal from the 9. Clock sitting at 6:10 and rolling. Now in the backfield is Zach Wasserloos again. From inside the 10. Hand off to Wasserloos. Hit the backfield, broken tackle, looking for the 5. Not going to quite get there. Stop shy of the 5-yard line to set up third and goal.
Post the Cardinals on the tackle.
Gain of a couple there for Zach.
5 minutes and 40 seconds. Sorry, second and goal. From about 6 yards away, it looks like.
28 in the backfield.
Yep, that's Cope. Finch hands off to Cope. Runs away from one tackle. Big collision at the 5. Cope falls forward across the 5-yard line. Third and goal from inside the 5 now.
Physical run there from Ikaika Cope. His third carry of the night, totaling 8 yards.
Wasserloos will sub back into the game.
I'm pretty sure I see a shirt here to our left that says Wazzy on the back. Maybe I should be calling him Wazzy. Wazzy is loose.
There you go. Finch remains the quarterback. Wazzy in the backfield. Set up a formation heavy on the right side. Wasserloos to the left side hip. Turn, hand off to him. He does go right, looks for that hole. Not much there, though. He is able to fall forward and get closer to the goal line, but not much. It is going to be 4th and goal. Clock down to 4:30. This has been an extremely time-consuming drive for Star Valley. They've milked this clock all the way down to under 4.5 and trying to punch it in here on 4th and goal.
Which, the way this game has gone,
they're actually just going to kick the field goal.
Okay. So Tate Lawson going to come out, and this is what, an 18-yard field goal? Or maybe 19?
And here's the snap, the hold, the kick is good. Braves had 3 points on a long drive to open up the third quarter, and it's 35-0 Star Valley on SVI.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit SVInews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's SVInews.com/football roster.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
19-yard field goal to cap off a time-consuming drive for Star Valley as they went heavy on the ground, and the Braves now lead it 35-0 with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
3:58 to go here in the third, as you mentioned, and I think the running clock situation in Idaho is 40. Right now it is 35-0.
So not quite there yet, as now we're going to have Lawson with the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff. Saw a lot of non-starters, if you will, in on that drive, making some big contributions. As we've talked about many times so far in the season, 28 seniors on this roster, and an opportunity for a lot of those seniors and other players on the roster to get some action in a game today. As Lawson will boot this one, bouncing inside the 20, taking a good roll inside the 10, fielded near the 5, back to the 20, broken tackle 30, return a big collision, and a flag will fly in from way beyond. Tackle at the 35-yard line, but this one may be coming back.
Yeah, that one came in from the Star Valley direction.
Flag sitting inside the 30, back to about the 28.
Yeah, holding against the Cardinals. Fourth penalty of the night against Soda Springs tonight, totaling 42 yards now.
That'll negate a pretty good return from Stevens and put Soda deep in their own territory once again.
That is the 12th accepted penalty tonight. We've had a couple more that weren't in an offsetting situation.
First and 10 for the Cardinals, now inside their own 20. Looks like they'll spot the ball at the 19-yard line. Clock down to 3:51 to go in the third quarter. And offensively, Soda Springs has just been able to do basically nothing against this Star Valley defense up to this point. Here's the snap. Wide receiver screen, caught and tackled at the line of scrimmage, falling ahead for 1 yard. The catch hauled in by Zayden Garbett. 2nd and 9 up and coming.
Micaiah Browning, 7 of 21 for 23 yards through the air tonight. Couple of picks.
Some of those players up front right now for Star Valley, Tate and Killian playing on the interior line. Lineback, Colby Merritt. Here's Browning, snap over his head, collects it, but he's in trouble, running away from the pressure. He does get it away, throws it over to the sideline, and incomplete.
It's actually a nice job of Browning to avoid what could have been a disaster.
We'll stop the clock on the incompletion at 3:02 to go, and once again, Soda Springs facing a 3rd and long. 3rd and 9. 35-0, Star Valley on top, ball at the 21-yard line.
Braves looking for their 25th consecutive win, and certainly in line to do that the way things are right now.
Kai Frazier, a sophomore, getting some playing time tonight along the defensive line. And another high snap collected by Browning, rolling away from pressure again, throws it on the run, and it's caught. Browning completes on the run. That's going to be a first down. Somehow he collects a high snap, rolls away from pressure, finds his intended target downfield, and converts to Caden Harrison.
Yeah, Caleb Erickson came in, 27 with a good hit, but that completion up to about the 32.
See Landon Peterson, he's playing some safety right now for Star Valley. Kimball Holtz on the left side corner. Caleb Erickson playing safety as well. Here's a pass that is knocked away at the point of attack. And I believe that was Caleb right on cue with the pass knocked down. 2nd and 10 for Star Valley. Sorry, 2nd and 10 for Soda Springs, with the clock down to 2:32 remaining in the third.
And I think that was just the second first down of the night for Soda Springs. a couple of plays ago, and they'll see if they can string another one together here.
Shotgun for Browning. Dilworth in the backfield. Browning will throw. Steps up. Fires deep with the hand in his face. Goes down the field and incomplete. Trying to go deep down there on the coverage. Diving for it. Hoping to get an interception was Cope. Couldn't haul it in, but it is incomplete. And that sets up 3rd and 10 for Soda Springs with the clock at 2:25. Can also see Thomas Randall playing interior defense. Bryce Erickson.
Chum.
Yep.
They call him Chum.
He's over on the right side.
In fact, I didn't know his name was Bryce.
Braves in the 3-4. Here's a pump fake. Now deep, has a man. Caught on the run across the 50 and down to the 40-yard line. First big chunk play for Soda Springs in the game, and it goes to Zayden Garbett, and they're inside Star Valley territory. 1st and 10 with 2:18 remaining.
Yeah, that's the first real big play Soda Springs have been able to string together, and that's a nice pitch and catch from Micaiah Browning to Garbett.
Braves defense on a 1st and 10. Here's Browning in trouble and eludes another sack. Rolling over to his right, has a block downfield, and finally wrapped up and brought down after some yards. It was Kimball Holtz who eventually took him down, and there is a flag on the play.
Couple-yard gain for Browning.
We'll see what we can see here on the Fall River Propane replay.
For the Cardinals.
And the penalty is going to go against Soda Springs.
Gain was 1 or 2 yards here.
Holding call is what it is against the Cardinals.
Penalty on the Cardinals.
There we go.
5th penalty totaling 52 yards against Soda Springs.
Pushes the Cardinals back to the Star Valley 49-yard line and will set up a 1st down and 20. Bank of Star Valley scoreboard has the Braves on top, 35-0, minute 35 and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, Braves!
Shotgun for Browning. Stacked receivers tripped on his left. Looks that direction. Nobody there. Still looking and throws and has a man open at the 40, running to the 35 and brought down shy of the 30. Able to keep the play alive and again find his target downfield with Blake Mon.
Gain of 15 on the play.
About 15 yards there on the reception.
Soda Springs getting something going here. Now down to the Star Valley 33-yard line. Under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 50 seconds remains. Braves leading at 35-0.
Those are the 2 biggest plays of the game so far for the Cardinals.
Shotgun for Browning. He'll throw quickly off the hands of a receiver, deflected into the 2nd receiver. That's caught for a 1st down inside the 20. It was deflected up in the air, and the lucky deflection to the other receiver.
About 12 more on that one.
It might have even been deflected by the defensive line first. I believe that was a double deflection. The defense got there first, tipped it off of their hands, and then off the hands of the receiver, and then caught after all that.
So Micaiah Browning with base, I think he's got at least 3 completions on this drive, all of them in double digits.
Trips to the right side for Browning. Hands off to his tailback. He gets inside the 20, but nothing there, and that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Braves leading at 35-0. Cardinals driving. It's the SBI Sports Network.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307 885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Start of the fourth quarter presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. It has Star Valley on top, 35-0 in Soda Springs. Cardinals didn't have anything going all game until this drive. And Star Valley with second and third string players in the game. And Soda Springs trying to capitalize and get their first points of the evening.
Been some big gains through the air, a 30-yarder, 12-yarder, another 12-yarder, and that's all been on this drive.
Browning will be in the shotgun, quarterbacking inside the red zone. He'll look to throw. He's escaped a number of sacks. This time he throws into the end zone, tipped and incomplete. I believe it was that Gage Mitchell, number 20? No, who was that? See if we can get a look at it here on the Fall River Propane replay.
25?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, too. Is that
Gage Mitchell,
yeah.
sophomore. And then I'm also looked like another number 0, which is not Elia Matatia. I think that's Cade Rich, sophomore, number 0.
Here's Browning again to throw, steps up. He's running, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Mitchell with the quarterback run, and that puts Soda on the board. Comes with 11:46 remaining in the game.
About 16 yards out, and Browning showing off some speed. Braves unable to get there and use the angle, and then threw an arm tackle there and in for 6.
Makes it now 35-6. Early fourth quarter. 11 minutes and 46 seconds still on the clock. And it looks as if Soda Springs will go for 2. Split backs with Browning in the shotgun. Looks to throw, and it is caught. Is it in? Yes, conversion is good right at the goal line. Makes it 35-8 on the SVI Sports Network.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison with Hayden Outdoors. Fourth quarter coverage on SBI. Here's the ensuing Carver Splits color tile kickoff as Micaiah Browning takes it in from the quarterback run off the scramble drill, and he gets Soda Springs on the board for the first time tonight. 35-8 on your scoreboard with 11:46 to go in the fourth.
Some big chunk plays on that drive from the Cardinals, including that 17-yard run, which actually puts Browning at 0 yards rushing now. He wiped out all his sack yardage.
Not an onside kick, but a squib kick that's going to be covered up by Honendale. Or was it Crew Lancaster? 29 or 39. And it will be Star Valley football from the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Braves. Once again, Coach Young will send out that next unit, Kellen Garbett, in to play QB for the Braves. Sorry, Lincoln Finch. Lincoln Finch for the Braves.
And Finch, a 6'2", 175-pound sophomore, getting some varsity action here.
Looks like Zach Delgado is going to be lined up in the tailback position for Star Valley. Wide receiver wide to the right, I believe is Gabe Delgado, flanked to the bottom of your screen.
Can't even tell them apart.
Hand off to Zach. Has some nice blocking, rolling, spinning. Zach, broken tackles again. He's in the open field to the 50. Here goes Zach, and broken, and finally taken down at the 40-yard line. Great blocking at the point of attack, and then downfield, and that gets a big run for Zach.
About 27 yards, I believe, for Zach Delgado. His second carry of the night. Nice move here from Zach. Gets a good block there. Finch comes up and then spun down at the Soda Springs 40.
It's going to be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves. I formation now this time for Star Valley. Delgado remains in the backfield with the fullback, 63, and I don't have him on my roster. Apologize. Hand off left side. This time swallowed up in the backfield and nowhere to go that time for Zach.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Second down for Star Valley after the 1-yard loss. Clock ticks down to 10:55 remaining in this Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter.
Trying to find that 63. I've got all the rosters, and I can't find one. So
Dawson Linda Roos playing on the offensive line right now, one of the players. Delgado remains the tailback. Turn, handoff to him, and he breaks through again. Off to the races, brought down from behind at the 20-yard line. Another Star Valley Orthodontics first down for Zach Delgado.
Another big gainer for Zach, and that puts him up to 49 yards on the ground. Most of that's come on this drive.
Saw Colby Merritt, Wyatt Lloyd, some good blocking downfield for Star Valley.
I saw Lloyd Hoodie walk by earlier today, so he's got some fans in the stands.
Yeah. Got Bryce Erickson playing on that line as well right now for Star Valley. Dane Jensen, I believe, is center. Here's an end-around handoff. This time to Gabe Delgado. He breaks some tackles, and Gabe looking for the goal line. He's tackled shy of it, though, inside the 5. The Delgado brothers causing damage. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down, and it's a first and goal for the Braves inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Clock rolls down to 9:48 to go in the fourth quarter.
And I was going to say, if he gets in on that, his twin brother had most of the rushing yardage, but if he could have got in right there, he'd have been like, yeah, but I got the touchdown.
Dax Button's going to sub in late and play in a split backfield along with Zach Delgado. See Cade Rich over on the left. Slot left, I believe, is Landon Peterson. Under center is Finch. He'll turn off to Zach, look for the goal line, hit and brought down shy of it. Flag on the play, though, at the point of attack, at the point the tackle was made. And that will stop the clock at 9:17. It's going to be a face mask on the defense.
Well, there's not much room for them to go to move this ball. As you can see, I think they started at the 2. I think Zach got a yard. And so it's going to be a half the distance kind of thing. It's going to be, probably inside the 1.
Soda Springs, number 79. That was Carson Cook. He didn't make the tackle, but he made Zach go just far enough outside that it basically saved the touchdown.
Well, with the yard I just gave Zach, that puts him at 50 yards rushing tonight. I never had 50 yards rushing in anything, so good for him.
Here is Zach playing tailback again. Finch under center, and offensive movement on the line. That'll be a false start on the offense and push him back 5 yards. It will remain first and goal now from just beyond the 5. Clock at 8:54 remaining in this fourth quarter from Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
Giving him some room to operate. If you're a Star Trek fan, sauce for the goose, if you will.
If you will, yes. Weston Krog has subbed into the game. Younger brother of Wyatt, who is such a prolific receiver. Weston in motion. Misdirection handoff, and nowhere to go this time for Zach. He's tackled for no gain on the play.
Dilworth in there again. You got to give Elijah Dilworth a lot of credit tonight. This is obviously you're got the like I said, things kind of stacked against you. as you're trying to rebuild this program up. You get a win last week. You're up against a really tough team in Star Valley, and he has played really hard tonight. He's been impressive.
Clock down to 8:12 to go. Second and goal for the Braves. Fitch in the shotgun. Delgado to the left. Heavy formation on the right. Play action. Slant. End zone. Caught, but outside the goal line. Going down to get it was Gabe Delgado. And Gabe will have the reception, but shy of the goal line.
Down to the 1 yard line.
So I guess about a 4-yard reception.
From the 1 for the Braves.
So third and goal. Looks to be about 2 yards away.
I don't want to oversimplify, but right now Zach is the runner and Gabe is the catcher, the receiver.
Yes.
That's how you tell them apart tonight.
Yes, that's what it is. Here's a handoff to Zach. Needs to break a tackle, and he does. Into the end zone. That caps off the drive from the Delgados tonight and puts Star Valley up 41-8.
And some good blocking there. That time Zach able to get past that arm tackle and slide in for 6. His first varsity touchdown. His brother almost stole it. They can talk about that on the way home, I guess.
Here's the PAT team for Star Valley with 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Thompson the holder.
Lawson lines up for the kick.
Ryan Talbot, and the kick is up and good for Lawson. And it makes it 42-8 Braves on the SBI Sports Network.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Zach and Gabe Delgado, the bulk of the yards on that drive, and the Twins cap it off with a touchdown run from Zach. And it's 42-8, Star Valley on top. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff midway fourth quarter.
They combined for 73 yards on that drive. There you can see Zach talking to Dax Button, getting a congratulatory, whatever the kids call that. They have names for everything, and I don't like them. I don't like the names. I like the kids. It's fun.
That's probably good to clarify that,
Yes.
Here's Lawson with the ensuing kickoff. He's going to squib it short, and it'll just be fallen on by Soda Springs at about the 35-yard line. And Soda, who marched down the field on their last possession, will come back out. 7:23 to go in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Star Valley ahead 42-8 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
First and 10 for the Cardinals at the 36.
It was Micaiah Browning, the quarterback, who scored on the last drive. It was a quarterback run.
That drive was set up, though, by 3 completions downfield, all double digits in nature. And that was the first time the Cardinals have been able to get the ball up the field all night.
Trips to the right side for Browning. High snap, but he corrals it. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the right, flag on the play. Thrown and incomplete. And likely a holding in the backfield against Soda Springs.
Certainly has that feel.
Clock is stopped at 7:17 remaining. And that is the call, holding on the offense.
6 penalties, 62 yards against the Cardinals tonight on my stat sheet. The Braves, in case you were wondering, 9 penalties, 75 for them. And those are the accepted penalties. It's been a flag-laden night for sure.
See Benjamin Christensen playing nose guard right now for the Braves. Benjamin a 5'9" and a cool 200. Junior.
That I can relate with.
Here is the snap to Browning. 1st and 20. Fires to the flat and a big hit. That's a big tackle made by Caleb Erickson.
Slow to get up, unfortunately.
Here's a look at it on the Fall River Propane replay. I interviewed Caleb, and he said he just likes to hit. And that one may have been a little too much helmet, maybe. And the unfortunate player slow to get up. We're going to take an injury timeout. 6:52 to play in the fourth. Star Valley 42, Soda Springs 8 on SVI.
Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Cooper Lancaster on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Cooper.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB and senior from Sweet Wild.
Throws it deep, has Cooper behind the defense, underthrow, but he caught it! Somehow he caught it! Came back to the ball in double coverage!
I'm Phoenix Selvey, and I'm tossing these passes on SVI Media.
Back at Soda Springs High School, the injured Cardinal is able to get off the field under his own power, but there is a targeting penalty against Star Valley's defense on the tackle. So it will be 15 yards for Soda Springs after the personal foul penalty, and it will be 1st and 10, 6:43. No, it's not an automatic first down, I guess, in high school. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5, maybe 4. And here is the pass from Browning. Pump fake, throws middle, too high, and intercepted off the tip for Star Valley. Landon Peterson on the pick, and he'll take it back to about the 40-yard line. It was tipped up by the receiver, and off the tip drill, there's the Oski for Peterson.
3rd interception of the night for this Star Valley defense. That one tipped up in the air, and Landon Peterson is there with 6:26 to go in this ball game.
So Star Valley offense back out onto the field. See Drake Honendell, he's going to play wide right.
Landon's going to come back in. Hey, you get to finish the game maybe.
That's right.
For doing that. There's Wasserloos coming back in as well.
Wasserloos going to play tailback with, again, Lincoln Finch, the sophomore, quarterbacking right now. And a flag on the play before the snap.
Why not?
Here
Maybe
comes
a substitution issue, I think.
Yeah.
Or, oh yeah, that's probably an equipment issue. So no flag. Just to stop, like, so by missing a mouthpiece.
All right, so just a quick stoppage of play. So it will be 1st and 10. Shotgun for Finch. Left side is Wasserloos. Hand off to him. He's across the line of scrimmage. Met at the 2nd level. Stopped shy of the 35. At about the 36, 37-yard line on the carry. A couple of yards for Wasserloos.
We'll call it 5. 4 carries, 20 yards on the ground for Zach tonight.
Ryan Taylor, a sophomore, subs into the line. Wyatt Lloyd, a sophomore, subs into play on the line.
Saw Ikaika Cope coming back in as well, number 28, and I think he's in the backfield.
Shotgun for Finch. Turns, hands off to Cope. Looks for the edge and brought down inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line on the 2nd and 5. So it will set up 3rd down with 5:35 remaining in the 4th quarter, which is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
We'll call that about 3 yards for Ikaika Cope. He's got 4 rushes tonight for 11 yards.
Let's go, Braves!
He is there are 10 different Braves that have toted the ball tonight.
Right now, Hunter Randall, I believe, is in the backfield. Hand off to him and nowhere to go. He's tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, that was blown up by, I don't have his number, his name, number 34 for Soda, Garbett.
Yep. 4th down for Star Valley. They'll go for it inside the Soda Springs 35. Cade Rich running in. Raiden Hatterley running in. Dane Jensen as well, and it was going to be, actually will be a punt for Star Valley. They'll punt it away on a 4th and 2.
And I believe that is Peterson that's going to be punting. If
I thought maybe there was too many players that came out and not enough that came in. And I don't know if we're going to punt with about 6 on the field.
Do you remember that one play years ago? BYU tried to run like a special play, and there's like 4 people around the. It didn't work.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Young wanted to try it. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30 on SVI.
It's my happy day. I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Punt into the end zone by Landon Peterson on 4th and 2 will be a touchback. 4:25 remains in this fourth quarter. Star Valley up 42-8. Soda gets the ball back out their own 20. 1st and 10.
Chance to see if they can string something together again for Soda Springs. They scored 2 drives ago.
Braves trying to get in some players, and looks like they're still short one of their 11. And here we go. Late in the game, 4:25 to go. Browning wants to roll right. Sets his feet but can't throw. He'll just tuck it and run out of bounds after a short gain. Picks up about 3. Stopping the clock at 4:17 remaining in the fourth.
Just looking down the road, Star Valley will return home for a pair of home games next week. 2 weeks.
2 home games?
Yes, going to play 2 of them in one
Come
game.
on now.
Jackson next week, Powell the week after for homecoming. The Soda Springs Tigers will be right back here on their home field next week as they host the Malad Dragons.
2nd and 7 for Soda. Browning, shotgun, looks left, now right. Fires and completes up the sideline near the 30, and that should be a first down, or at least close to it for Soda Springs, maybe a yard shy.
Holtz on the tackle.
See where they spot it. Yeah, about 3rd and 1, maybe a long one coming up for the Cardinals.
Gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals.
Clock rolls down to 3:44 in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. 42-8 Braves on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 3rd and 1. Browning rolls right again. Fires, caught on the sideline, ducking out of bounds for a first down near the 40-yard line for Soda Springs to convert and stay on the field. That out of bounds play stops the clock at 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And there is a flag on the far sideline.
I'm shocked. Oh, it's coming back.
Holding on the Cardinals.
Wow. They'd run back to their huddle by the time that one came out.
So that negates a first down throw for Soda Springs, and we'll march him backwards. We'll replay 3rd down. Let's see where they spot this. Back to inside the 20, about the 17. So 3rd and long. 3rd and maybe 15. Looks like a timeout and an official's timeout.
7 penalties, 72 yards on Soda Springs tonight.
Officials over on the sidelines, on the Star Valley sideline. Not sure what the issue is, but they've stopped play here for a second. Maybe an issue with the chains. Didn't get the chains in the right spot.
I'll be honest, there's not a lot of room for the chain gang to operate. I noticed that in the underclassmen game between Marsh and Soda before this one. There really is not much room, like just a couple of feet width to work with.
So they'll call it 3rd and 15 after the penalty. Maybe 3rd and 13. Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but we'll say 3rd and 15. We'll go with it. 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. Ball inside the 15-yard line. Or down near the 15, I should say, about the 17. Now Browning rolls to his left this time. Under pressure, hit as he throws, lobs it up, and that's an interception for the Braves. Up the sideline and tackled out of bounds. The pick pulled in by Raiden Hatterley. The sophomore gets a pick in this game.
And that one was up for grabs. That one, Hatterley probably had about 3 seconds to make sure to talk himself into making sure he reeled it in, which he did. And that is the 4th interception of the night for this Star Valley defense.
As a man who appreciates good suits, I happen to know Raiden has one himself. So he can pick off passes and wear nice suits. It's important.
Did you have any picks in high school?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You guys have that. You guys have that.
There
in
we
common.
go. 2 things. Whoop-de-doo. 42-8. Star Valley offense back on the field. Fumbled the handoff. Not a clean exchange, and Soda Springs gets the ball right back. Exchanging turnovers. Not a clean exchange on the handoff, and Soda Springs falls on it, and they'll recover the fumble.
Yeah, just weren't quite able to complete that handoff there between Finch and I think Hayden Kennedy. And Soda Springs able to hop on that ball.
3 minutes, 10 seconds remain, and back comes the Soda Springs offense. Late in this 4th quarter, Star Valley ahead 42-8. Now, as you mentioned, Star Valley gets into conference play next week at home.
Yeah, taking on the Jackson Bronx, who looked to be a little bit improved from last year. And then just a pair of home games back-to-back will be nice. The Braves have been on the road a lot so far this year. And so a couple weeks of sleeping in their own bed. I'm sure that'll be nice.
Hosting Jackson and then homecoming the week after that against the Powell Panthers.
Just want to throw this out there, too. Pink night for volleyball is on October 1st. So get your pink stuff settled right now.
They are not waiting for any October to go by. Here's the nice pass out in the flat and then dropped by the intended receiver of Soda Springs.
Boy, he had a lot of grass out in front of him. If that one just a bit high to reel that in. But look at that. He probably would have been across midfield had he been able to reel that in.
That was a running back on the wheel route out of the backfield.
I love a good wheel route for a wide receiver. I really do. I love that.
Comes with 3:05 to go. I could just see you at home playing.
I do.
Playing
I
run Madden. I just love a good wheel route.
I run wheel route, and I run it up on CSU every chance I get.
Wyoming playing the other Colorado school tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Again, here is Browning. He'll throw, takes a hit after he lets it go, and it's caught.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be batted down by Star Valley. In the area was Weston Krog, but just past his fingernails and into the hands of the receiver to put it inside Star Valley territory.
It's about a 35-yarder.
Oh, Weston, so close.
I'm with you, Duke. I'm surprised that one made its way into his mitts. That was not an easy catch. And reeling it in as the Cardinals will see if they can get in the end zone again before the end of this one.
Clock is rolling down to 2:37 remaining in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for Soda Springs. In the backfield is Browning. Another high snap, but collects it. Steps up to elude the pressure. Splits the defense. Now he'll run across the 40 down to the 35, and Browning will get positive yards of about 5 on the carry.
You know, and I also just want to throw this out there. This is, it's been a challenging few years for Soda Springs, and not just on the field. You know, you got people stepping in to coach the team and do different things like that. This team has played really hard tonight. They've had the odds against them in terms of the momentum of these two programs at the moment. And they have not given up, and they have really played hard for their team and their community, and that's quite honestly what Friday Night Lights is all about.
Couldn't have said it better, and to have co-coaches who we talked about, no head coach right now going through a resignation a couple weeks ago. Yeah, got to tip your hats. They've really played tough. Here's a pump fake. Browning fires into the end zone, and this one's intercepted inside.
Peterson again.
Inside the 5, and they're going to give him forward progress. He was tackled in the end zone, but they'll give him forward progress down to about the 4-yard line. Second pick of the night for Peterson.
And it's actually his second of the quarter. He had one with 6:25 left in the fourth, and now with 1:32 in the fourth, he gets another one.
Will be 1st and 10 for the Star Valley offense. That stops the drive with 1:32 remaining in this game. Star Valley up 42-8 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Longfield in front of him. He's trying to put this one in the books.
And it's been a successful week for the Star Valley football team. The freshmen came back from 27-0 down at halftime at Rigby. I'll finish that thought here just after this play.
Finch has Hayden Kennedy, I believe, in the backfield with him. Late player in for Star Valley is Rich going to flank wide left. And he'll set up on the line of scrimmage. Kennedy to the right of Finch. Turn, handoff on his end around and tackled for no gain on the play. If anything, may have been a loss as they went on the end around to Kimball Holtz. Nowhere to go for Kimball.
Just wanted to point out, the Star Valley freshmen were down 27-0 at Rigby, 6A Rigby, and came back and won that game 36-27. And then the JV also defeating Rigby yesterday, 34-21. And I'm getting a note here. Landon Peterson, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. His mom from Soda Springs.
Oh.
So he's
there you go.
Not welcome in Soda Springs anymore, I guess.
His grandparents are here.
That's the behind the story stuff they never tell you.
That's right.
You have to stay home now for Christmas.
Couple yard loss on that last carry, so now Star Valley backed up to their own 1 yard line. Finch will be under center. There's going to be a delay of game penalty on Star Valley, half the distance to the goal.
down to the
down to the half-yard marker now.
Also, Duke, want to give a big shout-out to our crew. This has been it's been a challenge. We've never done a game here, and there are some inherent challenges just of being where we are, and we've got just a really awesome crew of kids.
Quarterback keeper up the middle by Finch, just trying to get a couple yards breathing room, and he does just about that.
And it's turned chilly. It's definitely fall tonight, and they're out here bringing the game to you, and they deserve a ton of credit.
Well, that's it. Star Valley will not have to snap the ball again, and they'll come to Soda Springs and pick up the win over the Cardinals. 42-8 is your final. So the win streak is extended, and Star Valley will be back home next week. Silver Star post-game coverage on SVI. Take flight to faster Wi-Fi. Learn how at silverstar.com. We're live from Soda Springs. We're going to send it out live to Jake Hibbard with our post-game studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray your knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Jake, it's all you.
Well, thank you, Dal. That is the stuff they don't tell you. We got a lot of highlights today, but we will start right here with Sheridan as we had a record extending. That's a receiver to a receiver. Breck Reed on that receiving end, and 47 straight wins for Sheridan. They beat East, number 2 team in the state, for 27-20. Here we had Natrona County and Campbell County, and this is number 5 Campbell County down by 4. No more. Coulter Lang gets the touchdown. Campbell County hangs on 20-17. They win this one. Over to 3A, Cody at Buffalo. I say this is 56-9. That's the best I can read that blurry old scoreboard. That's the best I got for you. I think it was 56-9. Cody definitely won. That was Cash McFadden on yet another touchdown. Riverton at Green River. Maddox hints here. Yeah, I think you got the halfback. No, not at all. That's Cam Vincent for the pick 6, and Riverton runs away over Green River. Douglas at Powell, also a blowout. This is a 25-yard run for a touchdown for Douglas. They win 47-7 over Powell. Continuing on with 3A, Lander was at Evanston. You know, Jim Burton used to be the head coach for Evanston, but he wasn't scoring touchdowns for Evanston when he was the coach of Evanston like this. Lander, a 50-burger at Cape Ackrell Stadium. They beat Evanston 50-18. Bear Lake is, that was actually in Jackson, not at Bear Lake. But either way, I got to roll that one back one more time. That is a quarterback to a receiver. to another receiver for the touchdown. Liam Logan to Jake Simmons for that touchdown. Now, guys, it's time for some top plays. We go to 1A for Big Piney and Pine Bluffs. Oh, no. This was number 1 versus number 2, and you have to wonder what he's thinking, that punter's thinking for Big Piney as that ball goes over his head. Well, for Pine Bluffs, they're thinking a safety. And from that safety, we go to the very next offensive possession where right up the gut, Pine Bluffs with a 50-plus yarder, 49-25. Pine Bluffs runs away, and they will stay number 1. And finally, we go to 2A. It's Upton at Wheatland. 28-28 overtime. That's Upton Sundance with the winner. 31. That says that's not, don't listen to that. It's 31-28, the final score there. Guys, how about that for some final plays? I had to go digging deep for some top plays since most of the games are over. Back to you. Nice win.
Thank you, Jake Hibbard, with the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Braves get the win 42-8 is your final on the Silver Star post-game show. Duke and Dow with you at Soda Springs, wrapping this one up with your post-game battle stats.
Well, first for Soda Springs, I have Micaiah Browning, 14 of 37, 135 yards, and he actually had a rushing touchdown on 7 carries for 8 yards. I'll be honest, it was a real difficult task tonight to try and figure out who caught what, so I'm just going to leave it at team receptions. 14 catches, 135 yards on the ground, 13 carries, just 7 yards for a total of 142 for the Cardinals tonight. The Braves, Phoenix Hovey went 16 of 28 for 204 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Lincoln Finch came in with a couple of completions as well. 8 different players caught a pass. 12 different players ran the ball for Star Valley. Touchdowns went to Zach Delgado, Sam Gaskell, Travis Thompson, Tate Lawson, Ryan Talbot, Dylan Hershey also ran one back on defense. 5 interceptions for the defense as well. 226 through the air, 197 on the ground for a total of 387 overall tonight for the Star Valley Braves offense. And that's a look at your post-game battle stats.
Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One, quality, price, and service, located a block south of the Arch in Afton. We will have Millie Kazare down on the field in just a few moments with Coach Young and likely a player or two as we get ready for that. Now, how about your player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
Well, we kind of had a lot to choose from. We're gonna go with Tate Lawson tonight. Tate kicking PATs. He punted the ball. He had 4 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. Going to go with Tate Lawson tonight for our Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations, number 88, Tate Lawson, the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. As we wrap up the Silver Star post-game show, Silver Star Communications again online at silverstar.com. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. Coach Young still talking to his players. So we got Millie Kazare down there with him as we're able to, and Dow will have Jackson Bronx, the Fall Brawl, next week.
Yeah, that'll be a good one, fun one. Braves got the better of Jackson up on their turf last year. Pretty one-sided score. Phoenix, I remember Phoenix Heavy actually had a touchdown pass in that game. Well, it's his team now, and he's up to 13 touchdown passes so far this year. So I'm sure he'll be geared up and ready. I'm looking at this group. I wonder if the team's maybe just giving Coach Young a little bit extra flowers, as the kids say. This is his alma mater. It's a special field, a special school for him, and to come back and win as a head coach, he might just be getting a little bit of extra praise from his team. I'm guessing maybe that could be what it be.
Very likely could be what it is.
I'm cold. Could be what it be.
Yeah. Could be what it be. And again, Star Valley with the win here. 42-8 is the final. The huddle will break. And we'll see if Millie Kazare can find Coach Young amongst the white mass of jerseys. Star Valley didn't dress the entire roster tonight. Cooper Lancaster and Roman Erickson did not dress for this game this evening. So they'll be rested and ready, we would assume, for next week against the Jackson Bronx. Still scanning the field, trying to track down Coach Young. He's, let's see if we can get him over here. Again, the score 42-8. And I think we might just call it now. Let's just call it a game. Silver Star post-game coverage. Well, no. All
There
right.
he is.
Okay.
There he is.
Now we're good. All right. Come on, Millie. Grab him by the ears and bring him on over here. He's going to maybe snag a player.
Yeah, looks like Tate. Hey, we did good. I see Dylan Hirsch. I see Tate Lawson, Travis Thompson here as well. Okay, let's go to Millie.
Okay, so I'm here with Tate Lawson and what's your name again? Travis. There we go. I knew it. I just didn't come to me. So how does it feel to get another great win in you guys?
Feels pretty nice. Just one more game as last year for seniors, so feels pretty good.
And for you?
Feels great. Build on it. Keep it going.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty interesting because Coach Young and his staff have built up one of the best programs in the state, if not even the region. They've led you guys to a record-breaking 25 consecutive wins. So what do you guys think about Coach Young? And be careful because he's right here.
He's a pretty nice guy. I really like him, so
Good answer.
He's a great coach. So.
Okay, and what do you think?
He builds us as men, not just players, so we always get to build on that, and we just have core values, stick to them in football. So.
And what have you guys learned in the season so far?
Just resilience against sugar. Just like men don't break. Just keep going. Don't give up.
Yeah, just live every play like it's your last, because you never know when it will be.
Awesome. Okay, and Coach, what did you feel? How did it feel to see these younger players like out on the field today?
I loved it.
Looks like we lost Coach Young there right as we got to him, so maybe lost our camera feed. So it doesn't look like we're getting it back. So we'll just call it a night. Silver Star post-game show, your final. Star Valley wins it 42-8 over Soda Springs.
So excited.
Maybe it's coming back on.
The team executed best tonight, and like what?
Live broadcasting.
It's been a night.
We're communicating.
Let's put it that way. In terms of some of the technical challenges we've had.
No, doesn't look like we're going to get it. So, thank you for joining us on the Silver Star Communications post-game show. Star Valley wins at 42-8. We'll be back home with you next week against the Jackson Bronx. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, David Kazera, producer, live on the SVI Sports Network.